What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at all of the legends in the history of MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty that we still can look at. I can't look at ones from MLB 14 or 15. Those servers are off, and to tell you the truth, the servers for 16, they're actually supposed to be off as well. I don't have my team on MLB The Show 16 anymore either. I switched my PSN, so I actually lost the ability to have that, so I don't have my squad anymore. But we can still take a look at all the legends, see where they are now in MLB The Show 20. And if you didn't have these games, you can take a look back at some of the legends that we had. So we had a 95 Cal Ripken, and keep in mind back then it only went to 99 overall in stats. We had an Eddie Murray. We had, and you know, he had some. Let's see how quickly these pulled up. Oh, they pull up fast, so we can take a look. Cal had 72, 79, 73, 80, 92 vision, great fielding as well. Eddie Murray, 82, 87, 81, 74, 90. Both those guys are still a part of it. We had Jim Johnson. Man, I haven't thought about this card in a long time. 82, 63, 99 BB per 9, 83 control, 85 velocity. We had a Brooks Robinson, still not that great at hitting, good vision, amazing fielding, 59 speed. We had a Koji Uehara, which is more of like a flashback because he was in this game, so technically he's not a legend. That's all the extra cards we got in this game. That's it for the entire year. That was all of the cards that we had. Let's take a look at the Red Sox. We had Teddy Ball Game, 99, 92, 99, 71, 98 vision. Teddy's still a part of it. Remember this Jacoby Ellsbury card? Jacoby, I believe, was a part of the programs this year. Very similar card in a way to back then. This card was to now, even like down to like the 59 arm strength and everything like that. We had Dustin Pedroia World Series reward this year. Jonathan Papelbon, but again, he was in the game back then. David Ortiz, 79, 70, 99, 99, 68 vision. Very similar to the David Ortiz we just got in the program. Carlton Fisk. We used to have Carlton Fisk as well. 73, 73, 75, 72, 83 vision, 70 fielding, 97 blocking, 45 speed. Louis Tion, 92, 72, 60, 80. Had 56 fielding. Not that that's relevant or anything, but he did have the four seam, the curveball, the slider, the palm ball, and the knuckleball. So he was one of the knuckleballers that we used to have. We don't have him anymore. We had an 86 Brett Saberhagen, 83, 64, 48, 99 BB per 9, 84 control. That's interesting. I didn't realize that we had that. This Dennis Eckersley card, do we still have this one in 20? I'm not sure. We definitely have Dennis Eckersley. I'm just trying to remember if we had one for the Red Sox. So that was all of the Red Sox cards. For the Yankees, we had A-Rod. The Yankees A-Rod. This is the AL collection reward. 97, 67, 99, 95, 69 vision. He was still in the game, though, at this point, so he's technically not a legend card. He just kind of feels like it now. Kind of like Jonathan Papelbon. Had 78 fielding, 72 arm. Just massive power. Dave Winfield, this is interesting. We don't have this one anymore. 75, 80, 67, 92, 85 vision, 90 fielding, 99 arm strength, 69 speed. Dave Winfield. Let's take a look at this Robbie Cano. Not as good as the Home Run Derby Robbie Cano from this year. That Home Run Derby Robbie Cano that we had this year is definitely the best one that we've ever had, as far as that I'm concerned. Yogi Berra, 74, 69, 80, 59. I miss having him as a legend in the game. He got taken out last year, I believe, so he's not in the game anymore. But I actually liked him more, but I liked him more in MLB The Show 18, which we'll get to in a little bit. That Reggie Jackson, doesn't that card art look familiar? One of the prestige cards this year. That he had a 93 back in the day. A 92 Rich Gossage. Rich just had some better cards throughout the years, but he did have a card all the way back then. Catfish Hunter as well. I don't think they really put out the Yankees Catfish Hunter anymore, but here he is in all of his catfish glory. The Robbie Cano, that Curtis Granderson, doesn't that look very familiar to the old program that we had? Jabba Chamberlain when he was still in the game. Kind of funny to see him there. Nick Swisher as well. Nick Swisher silver card. That's interesting. 95 power. That's a ton of power. Imagine a Nick Swisher with like 115 power or something like that in the game now. Had that Evan Longoria. He's like an 85 now. So this one was a lot better than the 85 version. That Ben Zobrist, we'll see this card a lot throughout the years. He's as good now as he ever was in the game. One of the best cards in the game. Rodney right there. Carl Crawford, bro. Carl Crawford had that 97 speed back then. Not really a legend, but some of these guys just feel like they're legends now. BJ Upton, Melvin Upton Jr. 69, 65, 61, 69, 91 speed. Had James Shields as well. Look at this James Shields card. David Price, that card's kind of stayed throughout time. And old school Wade Davis as well. Fred McGriff. We did get that boosted Fred McGriff in the face of the franchise this year. Joey Bats. I wonder if Joey Bats will ever get back. This is all the content that I mean, you can just see the drastic shift in content as the game grew. Adam Lind. I haven't thought about that. Aaron Hill as well. Aaron Hill with 90 power versus left as well at second base. The old school Aaron Hill card as well. Brandon Morrow, Jack Morris, an 82 Jack Morris. We got Alex Rios. He was obviously still in the game at this point in time, but there's a stacked Alex Rios card. He was their best card. Jack McDowell, who we actually don't have anymore, just has like low per nines. Maybe that's why they kind of just pushed him out. We had Jack McDowell. Paul Konerko, face of the franchise, Paul Konerko. Mark Burley is actually back. They got him back this year too. There again is Carlton Fisk. We got a John Danks, an 85 overall gold John Danks. AJ Przinsky, we haven't seen him reemerge yet. This Chris Sale used to be a great card, a really, really good card. I don't know if he's in the game this year. He might be. Is he in the game this year? This card was like a BR guard back in the day. We got Gavin Floyd. I don't remember Gavin Floyd personally. I don't remember him. Do you guys remember him? I don't remember him being in the game. I don't remember him. I don't know why. I know a lot of you guys get frustrated when I say that, but I'm just trying to be honest with you. Like, I don't remember him. A 91 gold also, by the way. What are these golds at like 91? What? Would you have to be like a 95 plus to be a diamond? I don't even remember that part of it. You must have had to be, no, 94. Maybe it was 93. Maybe that's the lowest. Oh, dude, there is a Grady Sizemore. I know if Fuzzy is always wanting the Grady Sizemore. That's one of his favorite players. 98, 95 power versus right. 40, 83. I didn't even realize that we had one of these cards back then. I hadn't thought about that. CC Sabathia, obviously not a legend at this point in time, but interesting to see that this Bob Feller card art is actually a bronze card now in MLB The Show 20. We got a Brantley, Gaylord Perry, 99, 82, 54, 77. Haven't seen his card in a while. There's an old school Cliff Lee, Victor Martinez. We haven't seen this card in a while. Used to be pretty popular back in the day because it was like a switch hitting catcher. Burt Blyleven, we never see him anymore either, honestly. Maybe he's still in the game. We saw him last year, actually, so he's usually been in. We haven't seen him this year. This is the Kenny Lofton card that was so popular in 19. He's still back in the game this year. He was an event reward. Coco Crisp got a card back then. 97, 88 vision, 84 speed. Louis Tiant. I can't remember if this was the better one or the worst one. It might have. I think this might have been the more expensive one. It's like I guess maybe the Red Sox one was. Let me go back to the Red Sox real quick. Who knows what's going on with the market too? It was an 89 overall. They're both like really cheap, but like I think it was the Indians one that's better. The Indians one used to be really expensive. I think it was like an event reward, and events were a little bit different. There wasn't like a XP reward path for events. It was like I think they had like 12 and 0 rewards and stuff like that. So it was a little bit different. Vinny Pestano, I do not remember this guy. Great per nines though, considering that per nines only went up to 99. Some good per nines. His pitch set is not good, but he had some good per nines. Joe Carter, Look at this 77 Corey Kluber as well. You know, Michael Brantley. Tigers, we got Miguel Cabrera. We usually get this card every year. Stacked hitting. Stacked hitting in this game. Because, again, it only goes up to like 99. So he's almost got that in every single category. Justin Verlander. Expect a card like this to drop at some point for JV. Very, very stacked JV. The 4-seam, the circle, the slider, and the 12-6. Al Kaline, face of the franchise, is still for the Tigers, still in the game. Prince Fielder, 92, 95, 73, 60, 88 vision. A lot of people probably like to see Prince Fielder reemerge. They don't have his rights anymore, but we'd like to see him reemerge. Jack Morris. I don't know if we have Jack Morris anymore. We certainly haven't seen him reemerge. I don't know if he's in MLB The Show 20 anymore. Either Johnny Peralta, an interesting one as well. Johnny Peralta, you know, he was still in the game at this point in time, so he had one of those flashbacks, but not a card that we've seen back. Zach Greinke obviously has a boosted card. Brad Saberhagen, 92, 70, 52, 92. George Brett, he's really, when you see the MLB 17 George Brett in a little bit, it's really going to blow your mind because the MLB 17 George Brett was so much different than any other George Brett that we've had. Alex Gordon, we usually get this card every year. We haven't seen him yet this year. Carlos Beltran, very popular card that I think a lot of people would like to see come back. But again, they had his rights at this point in time because he was still playing. Same with Joe Mauer. I feel like this is a card that a lot of people would like to see come back if they ever got his rights again. Now that he's retired, you know, had great hitting versus right, excellent hitting. Just imagine like 110, you know, 111 versus right with tons of vision. Played catcher at an 87-84 clip, which is pretty good. His blocking wasn't very good. So had you know, he didn't have the power versus left, but he could still like, you know, hit it to the gap versus left. Justin Morneau would be an interesting card for them to bring back down the line too. You know, they were so dynamic for the Twins. We haven't seen this Joe Nathan card in a while either. He used to be one of the more popular bullpen pieces to have. I believe he was like a 12-0 BR reward too. That's usually what he was released as. I could be wrong about that, but that's just off the top of my head. Francisco Liriano, 78, 79, 82, 81. We still had Harmon Killebrew. You guys know he's the face of the franchise now. Bert Blyleven again. This might have been a better... Well, yeah, I don't think the other one was Diamond. So that was your Diamond Bert Blyleven. I think Bert might have been the collection reward for the Twins. We have this 98 Mike Trout. We usually see this Trout get released later on. He's got more power nowadays when this card gets released. 98, 64, 85, 80. What really stands out about the Trout always is that the boosted Trout is the speed. Got the Angels Nolan Ryan. We really haven't. Nolan Ryan only has like one card, and that's usually not the case with Nolan Ryan. He usually has like multiple cards. I'm not grandstanding or hoping for more Nolan Ryan cards because he's really just kind of okay in general, just with his pitch set in the game. You guys can also see that RFB for his pitch. They have a pitch called the running fastball. We rarely, if ever, see it anymore. It's kind of like a sinker in a way. That's what he has now, but we rarely see that pitch anymore. I wasn't too big of a fan of that pitch personally, but we rarely see that anymore. We got the John Lackey, got Jim Edmonds. I think usually see a Jim Edmonds, Howie Kendrick, an old Reggie Jackson card. Look at those sunglasses in the card art. That's pretty sweet. Rod Carew, John Lackey again. Let's see. You got the Athletics, Dennis Eckersley. This is the card that we see a lot for, you know, I think that's like the evolution card would be like this one right here. Catfish Hunter, face of the franchise for the A's. Sean Doolittle, 94, 95, 91, with the same card art that you get from the collection for that you get for the collection for the A's this year. Reggie Jackson as well, 72, 51, 95, 80. Rolly Fingers has his card a 90 overall. It's not the Brewers Rolly Fingers. We got Brandon Moss, Josh Reddick, Huston Street, I think it's Houston Street. Josh Donaldson. I'm bound to mispronounce some stuff as we go along. I'm reading too many names. This is a card that, if you guys have never seen before, was like the rarest card in MLB The Show until they gave it to people for free later on. Well, they gave people this card, and what used to happen is we'd get the rookie card a lot of the times. The rookie card would be dropped, and then you'd have to go, and you could go like play versus friend and get the stats really quickly. So that's why I have this one. I could technically get this card, but in December they rolled out that. I hope they do more stuff like that in December of this year's game for MLB The Show 20. Here's the King Felix card. King Felix was a reward this year in MLB The Show 20. He was a program star. This is Edgar Martinez. Obviously, this card is like one of the Battle Royale rewards now. Ichiro Suzuki. This card was incredible in this game because you could bunt for hits very well in this game. Like, if you didn't play bunt defense, it was going to be a real problem. You could definitely bunt well in this game. 96, 99, 98 speed. So he was like an expert at laying down the bunts in this game. Only had the 85, 82, but he had that 98 speed. Had elite fielding. He was a really good player in this game. I think he was the collection reward. We can see, yeah, it was discovered on 331. I'm pretty sure he was the collection reward. I could be wrong about that. He might have been a conquest reward. To be like, this is all the content we get for the whole year for a team. Like, this is kind of like all the content we'd have like after the first month for a team a lot of times now. So I think he either was like a conquest reward. So you get like a lot of good cards on conquest. Now conquest, you get like a for doing the big map, because there was only like the big map back then too. I'm pretty sure we might have to go take a look at this in a second. But we got Tom Wilhelmsen, Franklin Gutierrez. I think this card used to be pretty popular as well because he had like a lot of power versus left. He was an early game card that people would use, that Franklin Gutierrez in the first month. But this A-Rod, would love to see him brought back. If there was a secret legend, like we have the Honus Wagner collection last year, and he was like a secret legend. If there was a secret legend to come back this year, I would love for it to be Alex Rodriguez. And this Mariners Alex Rodriguez would be sweet. You know, he'd have like over 100 contact from both sides. He'd have like maybe like 105 power versus right, and then he would have like 125 power versus left, 88 fielding, 88 arm strength, 88 speed. It'd be really solid. We got more of those to look at right here though. Or would you rather have this one? This is the Texas one. Maybe I'd rather have this one, 80, 86 with like 120, I don't know, 120 power versus right, 125 power versus left. 66 vision, 88 fielding, 88 arm strength, still has that, but only has 68 speed. Which one would you guys rather have, the Mariners one, or would you rather have the Texas one? Josh Hamilton, 99, 99, 66, 71. He was still playing though, so he wasn't technically a legend. Nolan Ryan, his Texas card, 90, 91, 99. Four-seam curveball. Change up in that running fastball. I remember using that card quite a bit back in this game. We had Mark Teixeira, who was still in the game, but this would be a really cool card to bring back. 84, 77, 98, 78, and then he had the 90 fielding. Had lower speed, but he was a switch hitting first baseman. 95 Ian Kinsler. This was a popular card. I believe you got that one from Conquest. It's been a long time, guys, so it's tough for me to remember all the details on every single card. Some of them I do and some of them I don't. We got Gaylord Perry. Mike Napoli's cool to see. 94, 91. CJ Wilson. I haven't thought about CJ Wilson in a minute. Nelson Cruz. Neftali Feliz. I remember when he had like a short stint with the Royals. Just had that like killer fastball. Elvis Andrews. David Murphy. Man, I hadn't thought about David Murphy in a minute. Mark Teixeira. Alexi Ogando, R.A. Dickey with no knuckleball. R.A. Dickey. We'll see some cards like that here in a bit. Scott Feldman, C.J. Wilson. Astros, look at this card, guys. Carlos Beltran, switch hitting, 88, 92, 97, 95, 80 vision. His fielding wasn't quite there, but you could put him in left, and he had 90 speed, and he had a great swing. This card was super stacked. Super stack card. Jeff Bagwell, think this card's like still in the game now. Face of the franchise for the Astros, but also like I think there's like a card that this card doesn't have as much power in MLB The Show 20. It was like in the first Headliners pack, I want to say, that Jeff Bagwell. The 95 Nolan Ryan for the Astros. See what I mean? Like Nolan Ryan was like all over the place. This Billy Wagner card we actually still have. This is the collection reward for the, at least the card art looks the same. Collection reward for the AL West and MLB The Show 20. 94.99 4-seam slider, 2-seam with the changeup. Mike Scott. I'm just laughing because this card it's weird. Mike Scott was good in one game, and we'll talk about him when we get to there. A 91 Joe Morgan on the Astros. I don't remember this card at all. I do not remember this card at all. Very low hitting stats, 93 vision with 91 speed. It was a rookie card. Wow. I'd never realized how right now that Joe Morgan played for the Astros. Astros fans are going to just ream me in the comments. Why do we have an 80? Is this not? That looks like a diamond with the 83. Was that like a misprint for Steve Finley? Wandy Rodriguez, Jason Castro. Jason Castro still playing. Michael Bourne, bro. Michael Bourne. That's interesting. Luis Gonzalez at 78. JD Martinez at 72 on the Astros. Craig Kimbrell usually gets this card every year. 99, 99, 73. You got Chipper Jones as well. 83, 84, 90, 71. 71 fielding. 58 speed. Good card. Chris Medlin, 94 Chris Medlin. 88, 92, 79, 98. Now, if you guys think that Stephen Wright, or you guys think that Ryan Fearbrand are a problem, imagine this Phil Niekro, because he was a prominent starter in this game. He was more like, so you had Luis Tion that we already talked about. Now you got Phil Niekro. Both of them would be in most like comp rotations because they had the knuckleball, the 4-seam, the curveball, and the screwball. You're facing a knuckleballer a lot back then. And these were good knuckleballers. Like his knuckleball would dance. It would really, really dance. They don't put him in. He's still in the game, but they don't put him in Diamond Dynasty anymore. Like they don't put him in anymore. The 89 Fred McGriff as well. I believe he was an event reward. Yunel Escobar. I haven't thought about Yunel Escobar in a minute, bro. Eddie Matthews is like the evolution card this year. Brian McCann was still in this game, obviously, but now that he's retired, he's not anymore. Brian McCann was always a really popular card. Jeff Francoeur, man, with 99 versus left and 99 power versus left. Perfect pinch hitter type to have on your bench. Martin Prado, Orlando Cepeda is in this one, 73, 67, 80, 75. Andrelton Simmons back on the Braves. Julio Teheran, Omar Infante as well. Jason Hayward, Freddie Freeman. Marlins had Hanley Ramirez, 98, 93, 94, 52, 71 fielding with 80 speed. Pretty good card for a shortstop. They also had this one as well. 83, 70, or 83, 95, 69, 93. Lots of power, not a lot of fielding, but 94 speed. Cliff Floyd, he's back in this year's game. I think he was like in the pennant race pack. Miguel Cabrera at 88 overall. Steve Cishek had an 87. Emilio Bonifacio, switch hitting contact hitter, 90 speed. Mike Stanton is actually Giancarlo Stanton, 95, 95, 19 vision. That's just what was on his card back then. Dan Ugla, 59, 69, 85, 79, had some good pop, not a lot of fielding. Justin Ruggiano, I actually don't really remember Justin Ruggiano, center fielder. Let me know in the comments section about that. Chris Coughlin as well. This is like one that really brings back some memories just thinking about like having that card in this game. Ryan Zimmerman had a 93. I believe he was in one of the players of the month, maybe the first one with Didi. I think it was the first one of the year. The Gary Carter card, they brought him back as the Mets this year. They brought him back as the Expos last year, or they brought him back last year has you know, he was on the Nats / Expos last year. Got an Andre Dawson card. He's got his own program this time around. He's got the face of the franchise too. This program one might have been for another team, maybe the Cubs. I can't remember. I don't know why that's not coming to me off the top of my head, but we'll figure that one out later. Steven Strasburg, a 92 Strasburg with 82.79. Steven Strasburg, like, goes from the stretch now, IRL, but he actually had one of the best motions ever when he did have the windup in this game. He did. Doug Fister, Ian Desmond, Tanner Roque, Tyler Clippard, pretty good Tyler Clippard card back in the day. He's got a pretty glitchy motion. 85 Sandberg, the 85 Bryce Harper as well. This card usually tends to show up a lot. Danny Espinoza. He doesn't have, didn't he have like a crazy mustache or something like that? Wilson Ramos, that card looks pretty sweet. And then this card used to always like show up as people's Battle Royale reward. I don't know. I think this also, like, I can't remember exactly, but I don't think like Battle Royale, I think you might have like got a guaranteed diamond at the end, but you might have like got not tiered rewards back then and more like a random card. Does anyone remember that? I could be wrong about that, but that feels right. All right, so we had a Tom Seaver, 99, 82, 83. Tom's always in the game. Jose Reyes. This card was very prominent last year. We haven't seen him get a card this year. I think maybe, I don't know if he's on a team anymore. Let me know if he's still on a team. This card was always pretty sweet. David Wright, 75, 99, 92. The 83 fielding, 78 arm. The captain of the Mets. The Dark Knight, Matt Harvey. We haven't seen this card reemerge yet either this year. I'm not sure if he's on a team anymore. I think he's not on a team. Let me know, guys. Brett Saberhagen, 85, 70, 61, 99. And again, I see a lot of comments too that say like, you know, why don't you know like every single player and where they've gone and stuff like that? Like, I apologize, dude. I'm just trying to be completely honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't remember, I don't remember. And like, if you want to hold that against me, I'm sorry. Okay? Like, I just wanted to say that. Daniel Murphy, 87, 76, 84, 70, 56 vision, 67 fielding, 57 speed. Billy Wagner on the Mets, 85, 95, 80. Wagner actually played for a lot of teams, it feels like. Oh, one other thing we should say about the Astros card that I'm not sure if I said is he had a different pitch set too. I think this is the best Billy Wagner card that we had, and it was a good one. But he had the 4-seam, the slider, the 2-seam, and the changeup. Eventually, we should get a 99. That probably has like the changeup and the curveball, which will make him even more dynamic. A 91 gold Jacob deGrom. I don't really remember this card. What was this card? Oh, is that his rookie card? I don't think. Yeah, it is. It has that RC down at the bottom right. Jose Reyes. We got him as well. 90. Here's a 90 R.A. Dickey. So you could have Tion Necro and this 90 R.A. Dickey with the knuckleball, or a knuckleball, 4-seam, and curveball and changeup. So you have 3 elite knuckleballers in your rotation back then. That's how crazy it was. Here's a Cliff Floyd as well. Mike Schmidt, 99. Lots of power on this card. Great fielding, 57 speed. Schmitty is the he's the face of the franchise card for the Phillies this year. He also has another card in the game too, I think from either the Phillies collection or the AL East collection. Chase Utley, would like to see this card back. 87, 77, 86, 58, 85 fielding, 60 speed. Another really topical card, Jimmy Rollins, may have been leaked. I'm not sure if they're going to switch that up. 68 to 82, 66, 81 for the 6-inning program. There was a bit of a leak. They accidentally put a pack with pack art for the 6-inning program in it got put into the pennant race pack. It had Maddox, Stan Musial, and Jimmy Rollins, so they may switch that up. I'm not 100% that they're going to keep that. Now that it got leaked on accident, they might switch it up so the element of surprise is back. But yeah, this is a 96 Jimmy Rollins from back then. A 95 Cole Hamels. We obviously got a Cole Hamels in the headliners packs this year. Ryan Howard, I think a lot of people would want to see come back. 87, 71, 99, 99. Only 34 vision, low fielding, low speed, but I feel like people would like to see that card come back. Chewy as well. Kind of a balanced, like, gap-to-gap hitter. He was so solid for them for years. Jason Worth as well, 83, 76, 94, 73. Shane Victorino, he reemerged this year, 73 and 92. He was in one of the programs as well. Switch hitter with 88 speed. Pretty balanced card all around. Everybody loves switch hitters. Doesn't have a lot of power. Dominic Brown. Why was that on Cole Hamels? Oops. It was a different Cole Hamels. Dominic Brown, loss of pop versus right-handed pitching. And yeah, Cole Hamels, man. looks real young in that picture. And just some other. Oh, Ryan Madsen was great for them. Great for the Royals as well. Kyle Kendrick. Don't really remember Kyle Kendrick, to be honest with you. All right, so we got the 95 Andre Dawson, 72, 90 or 72, 80, 87, 84, 85. Kind of like what he is like now. The 97 vision. Some guys like it's different. It's not always the same like what they are year to year. Some years are like better than they are in other years. Ryan Sandberg. This card is not that good compared to what Sandberg is now in that prestige program. Ernie, 66 or 68, 68, 88, 87. He's definitely had better cards than this one too. Chris Bryant, rookie card. I think this card had a lot of pop. It had a decent amount, 81, 78. Matt Garza. We'll talk about him possibly later too. Starlin Castro, Darwin Barney. Giovanni Soto, man. Giovanni Soto. Marlon Byrd, and Andrew Kashner. All right. On to the Reds. We got Joe Morgan, 80, 68, 82, 43, 95 vision, 92 fielding, 85 speed. Johnny Bench, 63, 67, 75, 93. 92 fielding, 92 arm strength, 60 speed. This is actually one of the better catchers back then. Was that Johnny Bench? That might have even been the best catcher back then. I'm not sure. We'll have to look through more of the cards. Johnny Bench is kind of an afterthought now in MLB The Show 20 and 19, but they didn't have like a lot of catchers back then. Barry Larkin. Obviously his prestige card's been better than that one. Joey Votto, a 94 Joey Votto back then. This Johnny Cueto. Doesn't have the sinker and the cutter that he does now, but that card looks pretty similar to the one we just got in the pennant program. Brandon Phillips, a 94 Brandon Phillips. I remember this card in the game last year. Aroldis Chapman. They usually release this card. It would always have like a rookie Aroldis Chapman card with like really bad control but high per nines and stuff like that. Throw really hard. Jay Bruce, a 92 Jay Bruce. A 90 overall Tom Seaver. Sinsu Chu, a throwback Sinsu Chu. Todd Frazier. Is the Sinsu? They have a Sinsu Chu, but I think he might be for the Indians in this year's game. David Ross on the Reds. I didn't even know that he played for the Reds. Bronson Arroyo, Todd Frazier, Josh Hamilton, Edwin Encarnacion from back in the day. Edison Volquez, Jay Bruce again, Zach Cozart. Whatever happened to Zach Cozart too? He's on a big contract with the Angels. Chris Heisey also, lots of power versus right. Ryan Braun. You know, we see this card drop drop pretty much every year. This is the Prince Fielder that a lot of people would like to see come back. The 85, 79, 98, 96, 60 vision. I think he might have been a Conquest reward. I'm telling you, man, Conquest used to be really powered up. Ryan Braun. This one actually has good power from both sides. It's a lot more different now. We have this card as well. He was like a pennant race reward. Face of the franchise, Robin Yount type of deal. 93 overall. The Rolly Fingers as well. The Cy Young Rolly Fingers. Carlos Gomez. 68, 92, 75, 97. Giovanni Gallardo. Prince Fielder again. JJ Hardy. John Axford. Is John Axford still in the game? I wonder if they still have his rights. I feel like he is, but it might have been I'm thinking about last year. Corey freaking Hart, man. 94, 89, 96. Tons of power. Remember Corey Hart? I don't remember this guy, man. Chris Capiano. Just like kind of in one ear, out the other. Like I'm sure Chase Anderson will be years from now. The 79 Lorenzo Cain, 74 Jonathan Lucroy, and Nori Aoki, man. Really helped out the Royals in 2014. Back with the Brewers back then. 97 overall, Andrew McCutchen. We got an Andrew McCutchen very similar to this card this year. Kind of usually get one every year. He probably was a diamond back then. Maybe he wasn't. No, he was actually down to gold. But he used to always be like a diamond back then. Let's see. Ralph Kiner. Probably more notable for being the 19 in the face of the franchise pack. The Willie Stargell. It's kind of like the exact same Willie Stargell, except for Willie had a lot more power in this year's game. 88 McCutchen. That card looks familiar. I think that might be the Pirates collection reward this year. Again, Burt Blyleven again. Jason Grilli, man. I haven't thought about Jason Grilli in a while. Duke, who is this? Zach Duke? I remember that name. That sounds familiar. Oliver Perez. This was an interesting card because he had a really good emotion. It was actually a pretty good card looking back. Neil Walker. Pedro Alvarez, BR God with a 66.95. He's always been a BR God because of that. And this Jose Bautista on the Pirates as well. All right, Cardinals. Adam Wainwright as a closer, 91, 99, 83, four-seam curveball, slider, and a changeup. It's been a while since we've seen. Usually, I like him more as a starter, but that's his like 99 closer card. Albert Pujols, super stacked, 94, 99, 94, 97, 86 fielding. He always gets a stacked card. And then we saw this one as well. This one, it's never really lived up to what it was in this game that I can remember. 97, 71, 95, 94 just for this one. But it was a 97. This card's usually like an 87 now with that card art. Here's the Adam Wainwright, though, with the sinker, the curveball, the cutter, and the changeup. The starting pitcher one. I believe you could get this one almost for free in this game, too. It was a good card. A 96 Yachty, face of the franchise on the first wave around. Like stage one for MLB, for, Team Affinity has that Yadier Molina. Orlando Cepeda, lots of power versus left. Ozzie Smith, already seen Ozzie. Not a lot of hitting for Ozzie back then, man. Not a lot of hitting, still the 99 fielding. A lot less speed, too. Like, he usually gets more than 82 speed. A 92 Matt Carpenter. Don't remember this card. David Freese at 91. 81, 98. I think David Freese just retired. Jim Edmonds. This was like a BR type of reward type of card. Jason Mott. Colton Wong. Yadier Molina. Shelby Miller. Alan Craig. Alan Craig, man. I remember he was kind of like the next big thing. Colby Rasmus as well. We haven't seen anything from Colby in a while. Luis Gonzalez. I believe he was the collection reward for the D-backs. Just got that home run derby card. Steve Finley at 91. I think he got this card from Conquest. Ian Kennedy. Steven Drew. Daniel Hudson. Miguel Montero. Mark Reynolds. We just saw that Mark Reynolds recently come out. That looks like this. Justin Upton. Max Scherzer. My bad, I had to take a drink. Paul Goldschmidt. Chris Young. Wade Miley. Adam Eaton. Then we got one of my favorite cards of all time. Probably my favorite card of all time. Troy Tulowitzki, 84, 99, 95, 91, 78 vision, 95 fielding, 99 arm strength. Super hyped on that card. Still remember when they released him. I was streaming that night. They released him. They released this card. I had to go get the hits to unlock this card. I was so pumped. I think it cost me like 200,000 stubs, 300,000 stubs. I was so happy to get that card. Carlos Gonzalez, Matt Holliday. I'm pretty sure Matt Holliday was from Conquest as well. It's a pretty popular card. Because he had a lot of pop. His fielding sucked, but he had like a lot of pop back then. The Cargo card's pretty cool too. We got him as the Evolution program now too. I like this card art for both of those too. It just really like kind of sticks out. I like that card art. Ionetta. Here's Dante Bichette, face of the franchise now, and MLB The Show 20. Jorge De La Rosa. Don't really remember him. When I say that sometimes it's like they never did anything really like too significant. Seth Smith. Seth Smith, bro. No fielding, but a decent hitter versus right. Rex Brothers, BR God. Lots of people like to use him because it's like a silver BR card. So You got a pretty good pitcher in the silver round. 79 Nolan Arenado. Nolan's probably like a gold in this game. Oh, you may up to 96 diamond. Maybe I'm thinking about MLB The Show 15. I'm probably thinking about MLB The Show 15. He actually got he really went up. He might have started as a gold in this game though. Look at Charlie Blackmon, the 86. There's the beard on, but not in that card. Or that's how far this goes back. Trevor Story was in this game? Huh. I would have thought he came in like MLB The Show 17. I guess I got my years off. Got all the way up to a silver. He definitely did not start the year as a silver, but he got up to that super like hot start. I remember. Look at Corey Seager as a gold, bro. Look at Corey Seager as a gold. Such a good card for a gold. Look at this. Let's go. Look at the Kershaw too. 99, 95, 89, 88. Oops. He had the sink. So this must be the one that we got in MLB The Show 19. 4-seam slider, 12-6 change up in the sink. Might have been based off of that card. I forgot he had a sink in MLB The Show 16. I really did. Jackie Robinson was the... Did I skip a team, by the way? Let's see. No, we didn't. We were on the Rockies. Jackie... Or, can I talk? Jackie Robinson was the collection reward for the entire thing. 88, 89, 93, 56, 67, 99 vision, 91 speed. Kind of similar to what he is if you do the program now. A little bit more fielding for him now. But this was the entire collection reward for everything back then. Adrian Beltre, I believe you got this card from, I want to say either Conquest or he was the collection reward. I think Matt Kemp was actually the collection reward, but you got Adrian Beltre, solid card. 92 fielding, 90 arm strength, 47 speed, pretty good hitting. Definitely a popular card. We had Matt Kemp though, 98, 99, 44 vision, 90, 90. We got him in headliners this year. His price has gone back down, but he used to be like one of the best cards in this entire game. I'll never forget. I actually made World Series for this game. It is a lot different. There weren't like seasons that you had to make World Series. You had to get over 2,000 rating. And I got there on a Matt Kemp home run at Bayfront. I'll never forget it in my life. It took so long to get there to get the World Series in MLB The Show 16 for me. Oral Hershiser, 2-seam cutter, curveball, changeup, 4-seam fastball. You guys know I'm a huge fan of him. A 90 overall Puig. Jonathan Broxton, we really haven't seen in a while. Just threw really, really hard. 4-seam slider and changeup, good per nines. Andre Ethier. I haven't thought about Andre Ethier in a while. An 87 Kershaw, 87 Eddie Murray at first base. Kenley Jansen, 99-99 with a cutter, a slider, a 4-seam, a circle change, and a curveball. I think a lot of this card, I think the 87 more people might have used than this 93. The cutter, the slider, and that was it. So I think actually more people use this gold card because he had the cutter, the slider, the changeup, and the curveball. So the 99 per nines. I think I'm remembering that correctly. James Loney, bro. James Loney. That's why I love making these videos. AJ Ellis. That's great. All right, Padres. Jake Peavy, a 95 Jake Peavy. 4-seam slider, cutter, a circle change, and a curveball. I think he was a BR reward. Something like that. 95 overall. Tony Gwynn, I believe, was a conquest. Pretty similar to what we see Tony Gwynn this time around. Especially this card really looks familiar compared to like the Tony Gwynn from the XP reward pass from last year. 94 overall Adrian Gonzalez as well. Dave Winfield again. We just don't have Dave Winfield anymore. Fred McGriff, the 92. Good pop on that card. Chase Headley, Gaylord Perry, 96, 9, 47, 82. Matt Latos, Rich Gossage, an 88. Do we have this card now? And he's like an 80 overall gold or something like that. Steve Finley, Ozzie Smith, Luke Gregerson had a really good changeup in this game. Really fingers 85. Chris Young, this card would be like really sweet for them to ring back because he's 6'10". Really helped out the Royals back in the day too. Yasmani Grandal on the Padres. Anthony Rizzo on the Padres. Oh, what a throwback that is. Now we're going to go to the Giants. Madison Bumgarner, 99, 99, 68, 99. We haven't seen a throwback Madison Bumgarner this year. It was like in one of the early programs. Now this is Reggie Stocker. He was the NL Collection Reward. You might hear guys talk about him time to time if you're in streams and stuff like that. But this was Barry Bonds. 94, 82, 99, 99, 91 vision, 84 fielding, 80 speed. Reggie Stocker. I had the entire collections done in this game, and I had to pay a lot to get it. But Reggie Stocker was Barry Bonds. The story on this is basically at the last second, Barry Bonds is going to be in the game, and then he pulled his right to the last second. I believe he was going to be like the hitting coach of the Marlins. He decided not to be in the game, so they still put him in the game, but they put him in the game as Reggie Stocker. One of the more notoriously great cards of all time, with the 99-99 for both sides. He has the exact same swing as Barry Bonds and everything like that. One of the more famous cards of all time. A 97 overall Tim Lincecum. I'd like to see Timmy back in the game. Sergio Romo, very popular card last year in MLB The Show 19. Has the slider and the sinker and the changeup. So he's got those nice pitches right there. It was really popular back in the day. Juan Marshall, face of the franchise. 92 overall Joe Morgan. I didn't realize Joe Morgan played for so many teams in a way. I feel like I remember him, I guess, on the Giants. I just really think about him on the Reds. I didn't realize what a career he had. I think about him a lot as a commentator back in the day too. We had a Will Clark, Pablo Sandoval. We had this one in headliners with the catcher in the first base. Switch hitting as well. I think you got him out of Conquest. 89 Buster Posey. I remember him from last year's game, but I don't know if they have this card anymore. Matt Cain, Madison Bumgarner. Look at Madison Bumgarner in that picture. Tim Lincecum without the long hair. Ryan Vogelsong. I haven't thought about Ryan Vogelsong in a while. Matt Cain. Brandon Crawford. Brandon Belt. I feel like I'm kind of getting away from some of the legends in a way. Here's some other free agents. But yeah, those are the legends in MLB The Show 16. We're going to hop on to MLB The Show 17 now and take a look at them. I'd say the most significant one, though, was definitely Reggie Stocker. I feel like that if there's one thing to take away from this one, it's Reggie Stocker. You could argue he should have been the entire game collection reward. He was probably, I don't know, he was like the Mickey Man. To me, they had Jackie Robinson as the entire collection reward. I'd say Reggie Stocker is what you want to take away from this, and also the craziness of these A-Rod cards. Like that one. Look how lit that card looks. Looking back now, and then these two as well. Well, Joe Mauer too. Joe Mauer definitely, and then the A-Rod cards. I'd say the A-Rod cards and Reggie Stocker. All right, so I'm gonna give my voice a second to take a break. We're going to hop on MLB The Show 17 right now, though, as you guys watch the YouTube video and post-production. So let's go hop on MLB The Show 17. Okay, so now we are back on MLB The Show 17. First card here is Eddie Murray, 92, 77, 97, 84, 82 fielding, 48 speed. Keep in mind, also, this game capped out at 99 overall. Brooks Robinson was a solid one in this one. Probably maybe the best Brooks Robinson card we've ever had. 90, 97, 78, 79, 94 vision, 98 fielding. Maybe the one in 19 was better, but that's a solid Brooks Robinson card. Manny Machado. Cal Ripken Jr., 92, 98, 90, or 83, 99, 98 vision, 90 fielding, 94 arm strength. Super, super solid Cal Ripken Jr. card. Maybe the new one is better, but I don't know. This one's probably better because you would think this one would be like 125 versus left, power version or power wise. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe the home run derby one's a little bit better because he has more power. Manny Machado, an event to Manny Machado. 80, 91, Machado there. Another Cal Ripken that was like a lower tier Cal Ripken. Man, there's a lot of Cal Ripkens. Another Cal Ripken diamond as well. Boosted Jonathan Scope. He's also a July reward. Maybe we'll see that in the July Player of the Month program. Dylan Bundy at 91 overall. I'm going to try to stick mostly to the legends, though, in this part of it. But you guys can see some of the other cards as we go through. Lots more content in this one, right? Lots more. There's that Jim Johnson card again that they brought back. He might have still been a player in the game. 90 overall, Jim Palmer, though. He's their face of the franchise this year. So we got that one. A 90 overall, Adam Jones. A 91, Chris Davis. Red Sox, we had really boosted Koji Uehara, splitter, four-seam, the cutter, and the curveball. Solid relief pitcher. Here's Ted Williams from this year. 99, 99, 99, 87, 99. Massive hitting. He was a ticket reward also. Maybe he wasn't a ticket reward. Maybe he was their collection reward. I could be off. Maybe he was a ticket reward in 16. I think he was a ticket reward in 16. Wade Boggs, 99, 97, 83, 75, 98 vision. Lots of pop for that Boggs card, don't you think? We had Jim Rice as well. 92, 84, 96, 91, 68 vision for Jim Rice. Carlton Fisk did make it into this game as well. 87, 69, 88, 50, 83 vision. Ted Williams, another Ted Williams here. This is a rookie Ted Williams. He's never been this high. Again, he's usually lower than this for his rookie card now. More like an 87. So this is a really good Ted Williams card from back then. Let's see. Anybody else that we need to see? No. Yankees, Reggie Jackson. Super boosted Reggie Jackson. This is more along the lines of his face or his XP reward path card now. Ron Guidry at 99, 95, 93, 87, 59, 83. I believe we had a Sig Series Ron Guidry last year too. Rich Gossage, 99 on the per nines, four-seam, a slurve, and the change up. So no sinker on this one. Very solid relief pitcher though. Yogi again. I miss Yogi. 96, 62, 74, 60, 99. Not that good in this game though, compared to like some of his other cards. Maybe this one's better. See, they had another Yogi. 66, 95, 63, 84, 99. Probably rather have that one, I think. Here's a Robbie Cano. Lots of power versus right. Jorge Posada. 67, 85, 91, 83. Solid Jorge Posada card. Here's that Andrew Miller that we actually have as he was like the first tier of BR rewards. He has a changeup though on the one that I believe he has a changeup on this card. Correct? Am I wrong about that? Dave Winfield again making a reappearance, but we don't have the Dave Winfield anymore. Here is the Jorge Posada that you get from the Jorge Posada program. Pretty solid across the board. Only 11 speed, which was. There's a lot slower of players in the game now than there was back then, too. So he was actually really slow. Doug Drabeck is in this game that we never see anymore. Drabeck was in 17. I wonder if Drabeck was in 18. Here's a Jason Giambi as well. From 75, 99, 51, 75. Kind of close to the collection reward one from this year's game, but the collection reward one from this year's game is most likely better. Ben Zobrist back again. 67, 84, 76, 84, 67 vision. Evan Longoria. But yeah, you guys can see over in that wheel, the 72, 92, 76, 86 for Longoria, better Longoria card. This Upton card came back as well, 84, 84, or 80, 84. Let's see, the Rays have any other legends? I mean, they got Rodney. They really didn't have like a lot of legends though, just because of like how long the franchise has been around. Got a Scott Kazmir here, 85, 75, 91. I think that's not too bad of a card with the sinker and the slider mix as well. Take a look at the Blue Jays. First time we saw like a 99 Josh Donaldson that I could remember. Also 81, 83, 95, 99. Joey Bats, that card's back. 72, 95, 97, 99. The Edwin Encarnacion card is back. Dave Steve, man. Dave Steve, 98, 82, 80, 60. as well. Sean Green. Sean Green was actually on the cover of one of the first MLB The Show games as well. So we got Dave Steve. What pitches did Dave Steve have again? He had the sinker and the slider of the four seam, the curveball, and the changeup. Probably be pretty good if they ever brought him back. We got Jack McDowell here. Again, Jack McDowell's just not a part of the game anymore. Rich Gossage had the 91-97. This card, is this card like a, I don't know if this card's a gold. I don't think we've seen this version of the card. Maybe like we had him last year. I can't remember. Luis Aparicio definitely was in the game last year. I don't know if he's been in the game this year. I know he was definitely in the game last year. Just never really has the hitting, but he has always the vision and then like the great fielding and great speed. Let's see, who else do we got? It's just cool to see Alexi Ramirez. Tom Seaver with that old school White Sox hat. It's pretty cool too to see. So I think that's pretty much, I mean, AJ Przinsky again. Paul Konerko. Carlton Fisk was still in this one again as well. 99 Roberto Alomar on the Indians. 94, 97, 81, 80, 81 vision, 88 fielding, 79 speed. Would you rather have this Roberto Alomar? Or would you rather have the one that we get from the Blue Jays? Let me know down in the comment section below. Gaylord Perry, he's back. 97, 88, 76, 78. Four-seam sliders, forkball, curveball, and a changeup. We don't really see him anymore. Bob Feller, we usually see every single year. 99, 87, 96. Louis Tion, so I had this card. Again, look at that. The four-seam, the curveball, the slider, the palm ball, and he had the knuckleball with 92, 91. So you can only imagine what his per nines would be now if they sell this card, but they don't have him anymore. A 96 Klubot with 98, 75, 85 with the sinker and the cutter and all that. Solid. Even like, look at this, like this one, the sinker, the slider, the cutter, the four seam, the changeup. Klubot. We got the Lofton that we usually get every year. The Omar Vizquel, same card art from back then as we have now. 80 contact both sides, low power, 97 vision, 97 fielding. I'm really surprised he didn't get 99 fielding. 85 arm strength, 84 speed. Frankie Lindor, finest card. 58, 86, 88, 86, 85. He gets he seemed to wind up in that mix a lot. Here's the J-Ram card. Player of the month J-Ram card. Pretty solid there. Postseason Trevor Bauer. And Oral Hershiser on the Indians. Sinker, curveball, cutter, the changeup, the four seam. Also pitched for the Indians. I actually really remember him a lot on the Indians because that was kind of like the time I started playing a lot of well, I played before them, but it's like, I don't know. On N64, he was really good in King Griffey Jr.'s baseball. Let's see, CC Sabathias, Bert Blyleven, Joe Carter. That card came back. Another Coco Crisp as well. Rookie Kenny Lofton card. We haven't seen this one come back ever. The rookie Kenny Lofton. A 65 Bartolo Colon, man. That's great to see. 99 Verlander. 99, 93, 88, 78. It's just a matter of time before we see one like this. I think that two-seam fastball was like a running fastball, possibly they changed. Here's the 99 Miggy too. Still the huge hitting stats as well. Low speed. A 95 Max Scherzer. This card would be cool to see come back. You know what I mean? We haven't seen like a huge boosted Max Scherzer in a while. I haven't thought about that. Jack Morris at 94. Four-seam fork. Change-up slider. Victor Martinez again. Another super popular card from back in the day. Switch chain catcher. No defense, no speed, but people liked this card back in the day. A Curtis Granderson on the Tigers. Tons of power versus right. It's kind of like different than his card now that has like a, I think it's the Yankees one that has like a bunch of power versus left. Anybody else that we really need to talk about? Got like a rookie Al Kaline. Rick Porcello. Rick Porcello on the Tigers is a rookie card. That's crazy. Okay, on the Royals, you got the Zach Greinke card that we get every year. Look at this George Brett. There's never been another George Brett like this. And a lot of people, you know, I use like Chipper Jones on my team now. I wish we had this George Brett back from 1985 with 97, 96, 96, 85, 97 vision, 77 fielding, 58 speed. So it'd be like a George Brett with like 120 power and, you know, power versus left that's like 100, 97 vision with like 125 almost contact on both sides. This was the best George Brett card we've ever got. That's why I mean, from year to year, it kind of changes with the legends. Here's a Brett Saberhagen. He was actually really, really good in this game. Way better than he is now for whatever reason. We got the postseason Wade Davis. I hope they give us another signature series Wade Davis. Always like using his card to force him to cutter. Be nice if he usually gets like a sinker now too. Let's see. Anybody else? Johnny Damon, 92 overall. Johnny Damon, 91, 97, 66, 60 with 96 vision, 87 speed. No defense really. Kind of like a contact hitting version of like Jacoby Ellsbury in a way. And we got that gold George Brett card. This card is actually in the game now. Carlos Beltran as well. They had this gold Carlos Beltran. Then we pretty much have covered everyone. We got Billy Butler. 67, 97, 42, 83. Let's see. We got Joe Mauer. He's back. 99, 97, 91, 58, 92. Similar to that one in 16. Burt Blyleven at 99, 97, 74, 90, 83. Justin Morneau again. Boosted card. Joe Nathan again. Nice card. This would be a very nice card to have back. With this slider, the cutter, he'd be a good one to get back. Killebrew again. You know, tons of power. Rod Carew. He is back in this one. And then Brian Dozier, kind of similar to the one that is in the event rewards right now. Glenn Perkins. I haven't thought about this card in a while. 2-seam slider and a 4-seam. He was actually on a lot of rosters for a while back in the day. Got a Phil Hughes, a Jack Morris. This Killebrew still had tons of power. Burt Blyleven and Eddie Rosario. Postseason card. Jorge Polanco. Let's see. Aaron Hicks back when he was still with the Twins. Paul Molitor, 75. Man, they would put out a lot of cards of the same guy. A couple Killebrew cards. We got the Angels now. Mike Trout, 99. Got a lot more power than that one that was in 16, 97, 94, 89, 78, 91 fielding, 88 speed. He's a little bit slower in this one. Francisco Rodriguez, 96, 98, 4-seam slider in the SCV. Nolan Ryan at 92. Let's see, who else do we got? 86 Cologne, 87 Jim Edmonds. This was a good card. There you go for that one. A Dante Bichette as a rookie. Vida Blue, 99 overall. 4-seam curveball changeup. We've had that one. You got the 99 Eckersley, who has got, you know, the evolution card this year. We got Jason Giambi, lots of pop on this card. Lots of pop on that card, especially versus right. 95 Rowley, 77, 91 with the sinker, the slider, and the 4-seam. 94 Reggie Jackson as well. Sean Doolittle. It seems like that card art just keeps. This card just keeps popping back up over and over again. There's your Catfish Hunter. 96, 83, 74, 64, 77. Let's see, who else do we got? Anybody else of note? Billy Burns and Brandon Moss, but really Billy Burns. I haven't thought about him in a while. Derek Norris. Interesting to see him. King Griffey Jr. We did see this one. This card is kind of similar to the one that, you know, was in the World Series rewards. 99 overall, 93, 92, 80, 72. This card was the Super Stack Griffey in this card in this year though. Wait a minute, let me see. What is he? He's a little bit better versus left. Not as good as this one though. This one was really, really stacked. They had to do a lot of stuff to get this card too. 95, 70, 99, 96, 71 vision. This was the first year of Griffey also being in the game, so it was like a big deal to have this card. The 98 Felix right there. James Paxton, most likely going to be our player of the month type of card is James Paxton, July 2017. Four-seam curveball, cutter, changeup, and a sinker. That would play really well in today's climate and game. People would like that card a lot. There's the Edgar again. There's the Ichiro. Ichiro was a great card to have as well. The 92 overall Griffey. You had to get like stats with that Griffey. There's a 91 Edgar. Is this Edgar? This Edgar seems like he's way better. 97 power, 91 power versus left. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. I think that one's like better than the one that is released now. Hisashi Iwakama. Harold Reynolds. I think this was like the 1 year Harold Reynolds was in the game. The prospect Felix Hernandez. Remember him from the very beginning of the year. And then we got a Mitch Haniger for April, Danny Farquhar, Dustin Ackley, Harold Reynolds, and Mario Mendoza. One of the few legends, probably the only legend they ever dropped as a common card that I can remember. Had to get some stats on them. It's just kind of a quirky thing that they put in the game. There's the 97 Kinsler. Here's the Nolan Ryan, 95-99 Nolan Ryan. Buddy Bell, I believe, I want to say this was like a conquest reward for Buddy Bell. It was either that or it was like the Rangers collection. Pretty popular card early on in the game was this Buddy Bell card. Fergie Jenkins. This must have been the first year for Fergie because I don't remember him from 16. Let's see. Will Clark got a card. Robbie Ross Jr. Nelson Cruz, future star. Well, it's not a future stars card, but it's a rookie card. Carlos Beltran, stacked, 90 or 81, 84, 99, 95, 80 vision, 82 fielding, gold fielding. Moving to left or right, he's gonna go down. 83 speed. Pretty dang stacked. Which would you guys rather have? The one from MLB 16 or the one from MLB 17? Mike Scott back in action. Nolan Ryan. Roy Oswald, the Prestige. Also, does this card look familiar to anybody else from the Prestige XP reward path? And there's the Astros, Billy Wagner, that we seemingly usually get as well. 99 from both sides, the 4-seam, the slider, and the 2-seam. So he doesn't have a changeup on that one. Charlie Morton as well from the XP reward path this year. Carlos Correa as well. There's a lot of cards that came from this MLB 17 back to MLB The Show 20, actually. Let's see. Anybody else that we need? This Wagner used to be really good too. 98, 94. Like, that's like a BR God type of card. Yeah, it's pretty much, you know. I guess we had Michael Bourne again. Michael Bourne was back. Let's take a look at his stuff there. Kobe Rasmus as well, 74, 76. It's just tough to call these guys legends because, like, actually Michael Bourne might have been a legend. I'm not sure. I don't think he was still in the game at this point in time. I could be wrong about that. This Jet Bagwell was actually stacked in this game, though. 97, 99, 97, 99, 82 vision, 82 fielding, 68 speed. Was really stacked. There was either like a pack or some kind of program or something that had Bagwell, Robin Yount, and Bryce Harper that were all super stacked. So that was like, this has got to be the best Bagwell card we've ever had. Face of the franchise now for the Astros. For the Braves, Eddie Matthews. Again, we usually get a boosted Craig Kimbrell. You got Eddie Matthews, huge power. He is the World Series reward right now. This is probably the best Eddie Matthews though. 83, 86, 97, 99. Like, if you just like all that power from both sides, if you matriculated that out. Chipper Jones, this one is pretty much like the one that you can prestige from that program. 88, 98, 94, 99. So that huge power on both sides. Pretty much the same card. Warren Spahn, I'm not a fan of his motion at all. He's in the game. I'm not really like hoping that we get him like anytime soon. No way. This card's boosted up, the boosted up Chipper. for the impact veteran. We never see him that high really anymore. Bill Necro, again, knuckleballer and a beast knuckleballer at that. Completely different back then with those. Dale Murphy, 96, 96. We have a Dale Murphy in this year's game, I believe. Fred McGriff, 91. Another Warren Spahn card. A Chris Medlin card. Brian McCann, another Warren Spahn card. Anybody else that we really need to talk about? There's a rookie Chipper Jones, a rookie Ed Matthews, I believe's in the game still. Rookie Dale Murphy. I think this card could play catcher. It was a primary catcher even. Rookie Freddie Freeman. Here's a 98 overall Miguel Cabrera for the Marlins. 98, 95, 85, 91 with 73 vision. Cliff Floyd makes his return. We've seen this card multiple times. We got Giancarlo Stanton, massive power, lower vision. Pretty sweet card right there. There's a hand ram, super fast hand ram, I believe. Yes, 94 speed. Cishek is back. Ricky Nolasco, Nathan Eovaldi for them. Chris Coughlin's back. Miguel Cabrera is a prospect. Logan Morrison, Christian Yelich rookie card. Anibal Sanchez. Let's go see what Yelich's overall was. He was in an 85 gold in this one. Not a lot of power. Seemed like, look at this stacked, Giancarlo, Marcelo Zuna, JT Realmuto, Christian Yelich, D. Gordon, Justin Bour. They even had Edison Volquez on this team. And they had the Ichiro at the end. Crazy, man. All right. Let's take a look at the Nationals. Now, this was the best version of Andre Dawson we ever had. 82, 95, 93, 97, 90 vision, 92 fielding, 97 arm strength, 83, 86, 83. The reason he was the best is because, that's a ton of power for Andre Dawson to have. He was great. He was a Nationals collection reward. Nationals cards were really expensive because of it. Bryce Harper, we talked about him a second ago, 97, 94, 99, 91, 57, 70 fielding. He was a beast in this. Excuse me. Gary Carter, 55, 99, 75, 99, 68 vision, 80 fielding for that Gary Carter card. Here's a Jason Worth, 87, 98, 73, 95. Lots of pop versus lefty. Jordan Zimmerman, 94, 73, 68, 92. Michael Taylor, Eric Fed. Talked about him in the prospects video. Make sure you guys check that out if you guys like this video. We got Wilson Ramos, and we got again that gold Tyler Clippard's back. A Doug Fister, Gary Carter, and the Cliff Floyd card. Tom Seaver 99. David Wright again. They brought back this card. 90, 99, 74, 97 David Wright. So this one's a lot better than the one from 16, I think. Dark Knight Matt Harvey, Daniel Murphy, 95 Saberhagen that I remember not being that good. Jose Reyes as well. The Carlos Beltran on the Mets was 76, 52, 99, 92. I think I had this one. I didn't have the Astros one for whatever reason. Check out this card. R.A. Dickey, 97, 81, 80, 81, 79. 85 fielding with a knuckleball, a sinker, and a changeup. Yikes, bro. Oh my god. Nolan Ryan, that card's back in the game. 88 David Wright, just a lower two David Wright. Syndergaard used to be a really popular pitcher back then too. Four-seam, the sinker, the slider, the circle, and he's got a little bit of a different motion now too. I think his motion might be a little bit better nowadays, but he was like a 92 diamond back then. Look at it. He was above Jacob deGrom. Think about that for a second. That's pretty crazy. Take a look at the Phillies. 99 overall Utley. Kind of like to see Utley come back. I always just like his swing. The staple Mike Schmidt. 98, 99, 89, 59, 56 vision. Always the great fielding. We had the Jimmy Rollins in this one too. 75, 96, 84, 78, 91, 90 fielding, 88 speed. Gonna be interesting to see what his card pans out as. Mike Schmidt was 70, 97, 98, 99, 64, 93. Solid. A 94 Chewy. A 94 Chewy. Interesting. Ryan Howard again. Looks pretty similar to his other one, 87, 65. 99, 96, 68 fielding. Cole Hamels. We obviously get that one. A 93 overall Reese Hoskins. Ooh, we need that for the August program, bro. We need this one for the August program. Tons of power on Reese Hoskins. Oh, man. I'm actually in the middle of this. I'm going to put this on Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me at MovieGamingTV. Let's see here. I'm going to tweet that out. Let's see. August Player of the Month potential. I don't even remember this one. That would be a cool one. That is a lot of power. I love Reese Hoskins' swing. Roy Oswalt, Aaron Nola, Ken Giles when he was still in their squad. Thanks to you guys in the comment section too. He's going to be the Mariners starting shortstop now, J.P. Crawford. Gold Mike Schmidt. Jason Worth, the Papelbon. I think that's pretty much it. A Ben Revere. And a Dale Murphy on the Phillies. I don't remember that card. Interesting. Well, I remember Dale Murphy, but I don't remember that card looking back. Look at this. 299 overall Ryan Sandberg. It's kind of funny to think about that we had two of them. One has a lot of power versus right, 77. The other one's like a more balanced type of Sandberg card. I'd say this one is closer to like his prestige, I guess. This one has like a lot more power. Excuse me one second. Oh my gosh. This is a lot of talking. Just like consecutively. I don't know how like a radio host could do this for like 4 hours straight. I guess they do take breaks. This Fergie Jenkins card was good back in the day. 98, 73, 84, 99. Good control. I remember using this card a lot to build stats. I had to get a lot of stats in this game, and I'll show you guys in a second. This Arrieta's card was good. It'd be nice to see him brought back. Sinker, slider, changeup. He was one of the better pitchers in this game. Bruce Sutter. 93, 96, 81, 81. Is Bruce Sutter going to come back in MLB The Show 20? I feel like he always does. Ernie Banks was the collection reward for the NL. 87, 97, 99, 94, 86 vision, 84 fielding. Solid card. They brought back, they brought back his card. This year, they always bring back Ernie Banks. Here's Andre Dawson. Not nearly as good as that one from the Nationals. Here's Bruce Sutter again. Schwarbaum would be cool for them to bring back too. This was like either the collection reward or it was like the conquest reward. It was a beast card. Okay, I think we pretty much have gone through everyone we need to see here. There's a Lou Brock for the Cubs. So I'm glad we actually scrolled down here. Eric Karros as well. Jorge Soler common. Jorge Soler common for the Cubs. Johnny Bench. This is, I actually said it in 16 it was the best Johnny Bench. This is the best Johnny Bench. 72, 97, 94, 99. Be cool to see like a really boosted Johnny Bench come back. 92, 92, 89 blocking. There's no Piazza yet. So, like he was, really, really good. Here's Joe Morgan on the Reds. Lots of speed, great fielding. Not a lot of pop. 98 Barry Larkin. Looks pretty dang similar to his prestige card now. Actually, extremely similar. 94 Brandon Phillips. Tony Perez. We haven't seen it. That's a lot of power versus right too for Tony Perez. Right on right power. Haven't seen that card this year. Johnny Cueto. 98, 90, 87, 76. This is the one that is a lot like the card that just is in the pennant reward pack. Is this Johnny Cueto card? Got a 92 Larkin right here, kind of like a faster but less hitting card. A 91 Suarez. Oh my. We can play shortstop too. That's crazy. That's crazy. For Suarez. Zach Cozart. Sorry, I was looking at my Twitter for a second, spaced out. Tony Perez. I also, there's gonna be real baseball, so I don't know why I tweeted that out. People are letting me know on Twitter. Here's Rolly Fingers, sinker, slider, splitter instead of the forkball, the splitter. So that's pretty cool. Ryan Braun, stacked Ryan Braun card. Lots of pop on that card. 68 fielding. Here's Robin Yount, face of the franchise. Pretty dang good Robin Yount card, honestly, because that's a lot of power for him. Think about that being like 90 something, maybe. I don't know. Paul Molitor, 98, 96, 81, 51, 82, 81 speed. Doesn't have the great fielding. Eric Thames, look at him. 90 or 81, 92, 90, 96, 48 vision. So he's actually, is just me or is he better now in MLB The Show 20? He's definitely better. Corey Knebel. Robin Yount at 93 overall. Ryan Braun, what's this one? He always just has, it's like they've taken away some of the stuff versus right throughout the years, but he always has it versus left. 92 Lucroy, Carlos Gomez, 88 speed. Chase Anderson. Chase freaking Anderson, that card. John Ashford, Josh Hader. Ricky Weeks, man. Ricky Weeks. Lots of pop. Lewis Brinson. All right, Pirates. We got Ralph Kiner. Look at all that power. 92, 95, 98, 99, 88 vision. That's a ton of power. See what the Stargell was looking like. Now he's starting to get more power on both sides. They took away the secondary of left field also. Kutch. 84, 99, 68, 95. What's this Stargell have? Does he have a second? Yeah, this one is the secondary. This one is a left fielder with tons of power. He'll play first base. He can play center field. Crazy, man. Bly Levin's back. A 92 Garrett Cole as well. Let's see. Doug Drabeck. This is like the one game for Doug Drabeck. 4-seam slider, curveball, sinker, and a changeup. He'd be interesting to bring back. But he had the low per nines. I remember using him a little bit. Oliver Perez was a really good card too in this game. Just had like the really deceptive motion. Alvarez, be our god because he's a bronze. You bat him lead off. You face a righty, like GG. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's move on to the Cardinals. Yadier Molina. Always has that card. You know what I mean? Pretty good Molina card, especially the power versus left. Great fielding, 95, 99 with 90 blocking. Albert Pujols, super stacked, 97, 97, 98, 99, 94 vision, 78 fielding, 50 speed. Adam Wainwright is this is the closing Adam Wainwright again. Sinker, curveball, cutter, circle change, 4-seam fastball. Here's that 97 Pujols again. This card just never, I mean, it has decent stats, but it's never been like it was in these 2 years. Starting pitcher Wainwright. I'm ready for them to bring back this card too. Sinker, curveball, cutter, circle. Ozzie Smith. Got a little bit more hitting this time around. They had a little bit more speed. Lou Brock, face to the franchise. Lou Brock, 99 speed. He got a little bit better. I feel like in this year's game. Cepeda we haven't seen. I don't know if Cepeda is like in the game anymore. 98, 95. I don't think he is in the game. I don't think he's gonna be in 20. I feel like we would have seen like a lower tier card because he played on so many teams. There's the 88 David Freese again. Jason Mott. Got Jim Edmonds as well. This card's a BR reward, I believe. The 97, 92 was in like the first one. Carlos Beltran on the freaking Cardinals. I haven't thought about him being on the Cardinals in a while. Let's see. There you go. For those that see anybody in the bottom, Alesmis Diaz is a rookie card. Michael Walker. Luis Gonzalez, 98 overall. This one had a lot of pop too. 97, 85, 93, 86. This is like a really good Luis Gonzalez card. Paul Goldschmidt, I remember he was the first World Series reward of the year. 80, 96, or 80, 86, 90, 98, 88 fielding. Probably see a Paul Goldschmidt card like that at some point in time. Here's the other Luis Gonzalez, 94, collection reward type of Luis Gonzalez. Boosted up JD Martinez. Went crazy on that month. 16 home runs. Tons of power on that card. There's Steve Finley. Justin Upton. Chris Young. Aaron Hill. Steven Drew. Steven Drew, bro. Miguel Montero. David Peralta, the freight train in 2015. Crazy. 81 Max Scherzer on the D-backs. Patrick Corbin. Ketel Marte. Ketel Marte doing big things. Robbie Ray. We're to the Rockies now. And again, my favorite card of all time. The Troy Tulowitzki. A little bit less tiered than the 1 in 16. But still like really cool card. Cargo again. This card comes out every year. Matt Holliday. Again, it's like the, so many good hitters in Colorado. Dante Bichette as well. Face of the franchise for them this year. Charlie Blackmon. 97, 98, 93, 81. Pat Neshek. Oh, boy. A slider, sinker, circle. At least they gave him some lower per nines. But I guess it would be cool if he had some higher per nines. What a card that would be to bring back. John Gray. Ubaldo Jimenez. 2-seam, 4-seam slider, curveball, and changeup. That card did not have a lot of control. And I think you got Houston Street, 85 Trevor Story as well. So was it 16 or 17 I went off that he went off? Because I really feel like it was in 17, but I could be wrong. Here's Corey Dickerson as well. And Jason Giambi, we talked about in the prospects video. Justin Morneau, lower tier Holiday, and also Nolan Arenado up in 93. What's Trevor's Story in this? Where are you at, Trevor Story? They got him as a bronze in this. Was he a silver in the other game or a gold? Or I don't know. All right. Let's go to the Nationals. And Jackie Robinson. 98, 97, 77, 61, 99. Was he the collection reward in 17? Who the hell was the collection reward in 17? Was it this card? And I can't remember who it was in 16. I think even I don't know. Somebody has to know off the top of their head in the comment section. It's been a long time and I'm trying to remember, man. Let's see. We got Oral Hershiser, Eric Gagne, 97. We still haven't seen like a really good Eric Gagne yet. Like this one. So like this is the one we got early on. Was this one? But we're looking for this one. This is the one we're looking for. With like the huge per nines and everything like that. So hopefully he comes out later in the year. How was this Oral Hershiser? Face of the franchise. Love that card. 97 Zach Greinke. Kemp as well. With that massive power versus left. A 94 Russell Martin. That's interesting to see. Alex Wood, Urias, Justin Turner. 94 overall Jackie. Oral Hershiser, Eddie Murray. We seem to see that card every year. This hand ram was awesome. We saw him. Look how stacked 94, 95, 94, 99. We got him in the second inning program this year. There's Big Body Broxton. That's what I used to always call him. Big Body Broxton. Eric Karros, pretty good Karros card with the power versus right, but Sean Green, 92 overall. Dude, he had a lot of power on this card. Crazy, man. I don't know if Sean Green's in the game still in 20. I don't know about that. There's the Dodgers, though, for you. Now we got the Padres. Dave Winfield, 99 overall. 83, 97, 86, 94, 85 fielding. 98 arm strength, 72 speed. I just don't remember a lot of people using Winfield's card. I don't know if it was because I think he had 72 speed, which isn't too slow. There's Tony Gwynn for you guys. Solid Tony Gwynn card. Jake Peavy again. Maybe they'll bring back Jake Peavy's card at some point. Chase Headley, Fred McGriff on the Padres. Big time pop. Adrian Gonzalez, Steve Fenley, Matt Latos as well. Rolly Fingers, 89 overall. Roberto Alomar on the Padres. 86 Tony Gwynn. Chris Young again. I'd like to see them bring back the Chris Young card. Luke Gregerson as well. He was a pretty good pitcher in this game. Grandal again. Ozzie Smith. Cameron Maben. An 82 overall Cameron Maben. Steve Garvey, who's not in the game anymore that I can remember either. I think he might have been in last year's game. 99 overall Tim Lincecum as well. 97, 88, 91, 67, 84. Be cool to see him come back. I'd really like to see him. There's a McCovey card from the XP reward path this year. 97, 99, 79, 87, 62 fielding, 34 speed. Gaylord Perry, 94, 72, 81, 91. Don't think a lot of people really use this card, but he has a slider, a forkball, a curveball, and a changeup. Buster Posey, 97 overall. Posey, 79, 99, 54, 99, 74 vision. Buster Posey. There's Cepeda again. 81, 97, 95, 99. It's pretty damn solid power. 79 vision at first base. Juan Marichal, 99, 83, 80, 86, 65, four seam, the curveball, the changeup, the slider, and the screwball. Sergio Romo again. Slider, four seam, sinker, and changeup. Looking forward to that card coming back. It's just a great bullpen piece. Here's another Willie McCovey that they had. Pablo Sandoval, 93. No secondary of catcher, though, on that one. Matt Cain at 92. 92 overall, Will Clark. Buster Posey. Hunter Pence at 91. Vida Blue on the freaking Giants. Do not remember this card at all. That's crazy. That must have come out like later on in the game or something. I just don't remember it. Tim Lincecum, Melky Cabrera, Cepeda, Will Clark, and Gaylord Perry. Some lower tier cards there. Now the cards that are the card that is most famous in this game. You start out with Joe Random and Pepe Alzar. Insane card. 99s across the board. This card was extremely controversial back in the day. You could actually trade this card in for that Chipper Jones or that Albert Pujols that we saw earlier, the boosted ones. There's a lot of stuff that went into this card. I had this card very early on, and yeah, he was insane. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. I'm going to take a screenshot of this card, but this card was absolutely insane. Extremely controversial. Had to do a lot of stats to get him, but he's not based on anything like Reggie Stocker was. Pepe Alzar is like Joe Random in Spanish. So I don't know. It was just like an Easter egg that they put in the game. And like literally, let's see if I don't even know if I can navigate to this quickly in the programs. I don't know if it'll be Diamond program, Dynasty program. I don't even remember which one it was. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. You got the Joe Random by getting through all this. You had to do tons and tons of missions to get there. I guess they put a lot more in. What is this? I don't know why I'm redeeming this. But yeah, there's I don't know, there's a lot of The stat grind was insane, to say the least. There's tons of stats you had to get. You had to get a ton of hits online with hardware players and all those kind of different tiers of players. There was some really, really difficult missions, like hitting 4 home runs, I think it was, in a game with like Miguel Cabrera. There was like some really, really difficult stuff that you had to do. And we're going to buy one of these Finest packs, by the way. And there's the old school. It doesn't have the pack odds, so I can't see like what the pack odds were like. I wish we would have bought a pack in the other game too, but let's buy a Finest pack. See what we got. I bought one of these the other day and picked up a Lindor out of it. Let's see. Let's open one of these. And that's how it used to look too. You could like see if you had a diamond over on the right. Sometimes because you could see it in the art. Let's open up the Finest pack. Maybe we'll show it. Yeah, see, you can see like that in the top right, the corner of it being like a diamond. So Michael Bourne is in this game. We got a Max Scherzer. Cool. All right, we're gonna hop over on MLB The Show 18 now. All right, so now we're over on MLB The Show 18, and thing you gotta know about MLB The Show 18 is the programs were a little bit different than they were now. They're in this big screen. The screen wasn't that great to navigate either, in my opinion. It was kind of difficult to navigate. Basically, though, everyone was going for the Immortals at the top. So this used to be like the top part of this. Well, even if I go into that, yeah, this used to be the top part of the screen. I guess you can like bounce to this side now. I don't know if I remember that even being able to do that. But we had Immortals: Musial, Ruth, Robinson, Piazza, Pujols, Griffey, Gibson, Ripken, Jones, Seaver, Ryan, Wagner, and Gossage. This is the one thing that, like, if you talk about MLB The Show 18, like, everyone remembers. Musial had kind of, like, his own separate thing through events that you could get. Then Eck, Trout, and Brett, they were released. What does Brett's stats look like? I'm curious to see that. Compared to, like, the MLB The Show 17 version. There's no way he had as much power. And this is on 125. And I apologize, too. MLB The Show 18, when you hit triangle to look at the stats of a card, it literally takes, like, 15 to 20 seconds for it to pop up. 125, 104, 80, 77, 121 vision. So he's got less power in this game than he did in 17. At the secondary of shortstop, these cards were extremely controversial as well. But we're going to go and we're going to take a look at them. We had Feller and Williams, who are like a part of events also. This game was also infamous for exchanging souvenirs. I'm so glad they took this part of it out of the game. I don't even know if we can find them. We used to have to like exchange jerseys and stuff to get these cards. A lot of people did not like MLB The Show 18. It was not it definitely had its issues. It was just, I don't know. Like, you can find stuff in the game every year that you don't like as much, but there's a lot of controversy at this one. Instead of like exchanging cards that we do now, like with the exchange, you would exchange stuff like this. That was just strictly, I don't know. If you remember back then, you know what I'm talking about, and you're nodding your head right now. Let's take a look at the cards though, that were legends. Cal Ripken Jr. And again, we can't hit triangle on these. It takes like 20 seconds in between each card. It's gonna take way too long to do that. We might on a couple, but keep your eyes down on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You guys can see that wheel down there that will say everything. Look at Ripken: 104, 114, 79, 90, 114 vision, 90 fielding, 96 arm, 82 reaction. Solid card. Eddie Murray's back. Here is Brooks Robinson. Chris Davis had a lot of pop, 122 power. And this is when we went to 125. The Britain card, always solid. Jim Palmer, 86 Brooks Robinson. Adam Jones. Darren O'Day is a gold. Albert Bell. This is the one year we had Albert Bell as well. For the Red Sox, Ted Williams, 125, 125, 125, 101, 117 vision, 70 fielding, so we still had silver fielding. 56 speed, solid card. Koji Uehara, 118, 112, 98, 116. Very solid card there. Wade Boggs, 122, 99, 110 vision. David Price. There's the Pedroia. See, this is like that Ted Williams card really went down. Remember how like raised up that Ted Williams was in 16? This version, the rookie, not nearly as high now. Carlton Fisk also. So Carlton Fisk actually made it deeper than I thought he did. I thought he was only in like 16 or 17. I remember him in 15. He made it all the way to 18. Jacoby Ellsbury as well. This card has a lot more power now. We've seen him in the program this year. Jim Rice, 94, 85, 93, 82. Have not seen Jim Rice come back. Adrian Gonzalez, 85 overall Babe Ruth. The pitcher version, back when he had a better motion. I do not like Babe Ruth motion in MLB The Show 20. It was better back then when it was just like kind of some stock motion. But again, you never would pitch with this card back then either. It wasn't like that. He wasn't like a pitcher that people were using other than to get stats to grind out the Immortals. This is the Yogi Berra card that I like the most. I actually like this card a lot. 112, 117, 86, 79, 125 vision. He had a decent... He kind of like seemed to hit above those stats. He also had 86 fielding with a 90 arm. So I actually liked this card a lot. That was by far my favorite Yogi Berra card. Not a card that a lot of people really had or used either. Then you got 99 Babe Ruth. What more can you say? 125, 125, 125, 125, 108 vision. The first year of Babe Ruth was in this game. Like Griffey was 17, Ruth was 18 as far as that goes. Rich Gossage, 121, 125, 125 clutch, 79 BB per 9, 41 stamina, 99 velocity. We're going to hit triangle on this one just because I want to see what his pitch set was. You know, the Gossage card is always very, very beastly, especially the top tier one that we get each year. So I'm curious to see what he's got. 121, 125. He does have the slurve, the sinker, and the changeup. So it's pretty solid there. Throws the absolute gas. Look forward to this card. A card kind of like this coming out this year. Here's the Reggie Jackson. Tons of power versus right. 123. That's a lot. Here's Yogi Berra, like a lower tier Yogi Berra. Ron Guidry. Whitey Ford. This is the first we've seen of Whitey Ford. In this one, here's a 90 Robbie Cano. The Robbie Cano we have now is definitely the best one. Is there not a higher tier Posada than this 86? 104, 99, 66, 68. So we didn't get a higher tier Posada in this one. Jason Giambi, the 85. Obviously, this card's better now than it was then. Here's the Curtis Granderson card, pretty much the same thing. CC Sabathia. This is like the same as like his program. A gold Babe Ruth. Lower tier stuff over here. King Griffey on the Yankees. There's the other Posada we got, but it's a silver one. This is this Severino? Who is this? It's gonna take forever to load. It doesn't even have his name on the card. Why does it not have his name on the card? I'm curious as to why that is. I guess we'll find out in a second. See how long this takes to load? What if we had to do this for every single card? Yeah, it's Luis Severino. I thought it was. Ed Whitey Ford. Jack McDowell, still in 18. That's crazy. Evan Longoria in 88. There's the Zobrist card that always pops up. Jake McGee, 86. I believe that card, I have that card pretty much on my team now. James Shields, David Price, Will Myers, Scott Kazmir is a goal. That card pops up a lot. Matt Joyce, Impact veteran Wade Boggs, 72. Wade Davis. This Brad Miller card used to be real nice too to have him be arc because he had that 58, 80. He had like this huge leg kick. It was easy to time for home runs. There's Robbie Alomar, 118, 71, 52, 47. So not a lot of power on this one at all compared to the one we see in 19. Batista, here's Paul Molitor, 99, 120, 59, 72, 100 vision. So the name of this game was all about power, though. Like, this game was all about power. It really is always like that, but like this one in particular, you could hit a lot of home runs in, which I actually liked. But so Dave Steve made it back. Look at this Eric Thames rookie card. It's great. White Sox, first year of Frank Thomas, 99, 125, 95, 118, 83 vision. Here's Luis Aparicio, Paul Konerko. Kopech, Adam Eaton. Here's Harold Baines. We haven't seen Harold Baines in a while. Alejandro Diaz, the Chris Sale, it's really good. Larry Doby, the Impact veteran. There's a Goose card, Tom Seaver. Lower tier, Frank Thomas. Ken Griffey Jr. on the White Sox. Harold Baines and Quintana. We got Bob Feller here. 92, 125 K per 9. 71, 113, 120. 98 velo. 99 break. His immortal card. This Lindor card would be amazing to have come back to. The 80, 122, 195. This was like, I think, his best finest card ever. This card obviously has 118 power now, actually, that I look at this. That's in the Prestige XP reward path. Here was the Albert Bell card, 96, 116 versus left, 81, 79, 84. The only year that we had Albert Bell. Here's Tiant back again with the knuckle. So he was still a part of the game back then. Larry Doby, 103, 89, 89, 45, 86. He was a really cool card early on in the game. There's a Vizquel, another Bob Feller, Victor Martinez. Some of this week, they had the rookie Kenny Lofton in this one too. I remember that because I remember doing some missions with him. Jason Kipnis. There's another gold Larry Doby. That's Dennis Eckersley cards actually in MLB The Show 20. A rookie Corey Kluber card and a rookie Albert Bell card. The Tigers, we got Alan Trammell 94 overall. 101, 114, 65, 671, 111 vision. Here is Al Kaline 102, 108, 68, 61, 97 vision. There's Miggy, so he doesn't have the power versus left that he had in those other two games. That dropped off at this point in time. Then you got Victor Martinez as well, 94, 114, 68, 95. Jack Morris, just not good H per 9 and K per 9. And maybe that's why we don't see Jack Morris anymore. Anibal Sanchez, another Trammell, Doug Fister, Al Kaline, Al Albuquerque, Ryan Rayburn. Take a look at the Royals. George Brett again, he has like massive contact and vision, contact versus left. He just never has had the power that he had on that one card. Here's Wade Davis, 117, 105, 125 clutch. Solid card. Greg Holland at a diamond as well. Brett Saberhagen, Zach Greinke, Alex Gordon. That card, so that was the highest Alex Gordon. We usually get like that 93 type of Alex Gordon. Mike Aviles, another Brett card. There's the Royals for you. Joe Mauer still in this game. 122, 106, only 83 power versus right though, and only 57 power versus left. So he really tailed off in this one once we hit the 125. Killebrew 104, 109. Obviously has a ton more power in this year's game. Bly 11 again. I think Bly 11's best card was definitely in MLB The Show 19. There's Carew, Francisco Liriano, Brian Dozier, another Bly 11, another Killebrew. Denard Span, man. Danny Santana, Danny Valencia, Paul Molitor, Trevor Plouffe, and Kenneth Vargas. Remember Kenneth Vargas? Lots of power versus right in this game. Here's Nolan Ryan, 115, 125, 110 clutch, 118 stamina, 55 BB per 9, 99 velo, 99 break. Here's the immortal Mike Trout, which is more like the modern day Mike Trout that we see when we get the flashback. 107, 102, 110, only about 90 power versus left, but he does have 92 fielding, and he has 94 speed with 97 stealing. So he's definitely got the he's got the I don't want to take a picture of this because I want to send this to Trevor Teeves, this screenshot. But yeah, Trout has a lot more power and speed, so we've seen this card kind of evolve over time, especially at the immortal level. Francisco Rodriguez, RIP Tyler Skaggs, Troy Percival. I think it was the first game with Troy Percival. Garrett Richards, Edmonds. Here's some other ones. Kendrys Morales. The gold Cologne. Is that a Peter Borges card? Ernesto Frieri. Somebody tell me his story. I don't remember him. Don Sutton. This might have been the first game for Don Sutton, I think, as well. Reggie Jackson. Lee Smith. I think it was the first year for Lee Smith. Then we got Dennis Eckersley. 111, 118, 108, 120, 37 stamina. Probably more similar to like the 91, but this one's definitely better than the 91. He also had a different release back then. There's Giambi again. Lots of power versus Wright. Vida again. Obviously a headliner this year. Frank Thomas. The award for Conquest. Catfish Hunter. Let's see. Anybody else that we really want to talk about? There's a Brandon Moss. Trevor Cahill. Interesting fact about Trevor Cahill is Nick Lodolo and Brewstar Greaterall, they both have Trevor Cahill's motion in MLB The Show 20. King Griffey Jr., 103, 113, 116, 125, 92 vision, 95 fielding, 92 arm, 95 reaction, 84 speed, 79 stealing. Super stacked. Super stacked card. Him and Babe Ruth, probably the best immortals. Just insane stack card. Discovered by Serenity as well. You guys, that's great. That's great. Ichiro Suzuki here, still holding it down with like his normal game. Look at that, 95 fielding, 98 arm, 93 reaction, 90 speed. Doesn't have a lot of power though, but you know, so that was he was kind of against the grain a little bit. I think this is the first time we see Jay Buhner too. 103, 90. I know it is actually. There's an Edgar card that we seemingly see like year after year after year. Always kind of a little bit different. Maybe that's more kind of how he is now. In this one. Let's see. Edgar Martinez. Harold Reynolds was in this one too. So maybe Harold Reynolds was around for 2 years, not just one. I thought it felt like he was around for one. Maybe it's just because he wasn't in the game last year. So it's and there, Martin Mendoza was in this one again. Okay, whatever. Buddy Bell was in this one again. They're like running together. 102, 91, 61, 47, 112. So it's like I still like go back and I'm like, holy shnikes. There's a Yu Darvish that we see in events. I feel like the events one's better than that off the top of my head. Here's Mike Napoli. We got also Nelson Cruz, Jose Leclerc. Dude, did I see that correctly? Ansel Armstrong? Dude, there's so many like streamers in here that have like discovered these cards from back in the day, dude. It's crazy. I gotta send them some screenshots of some of those. Who else did I skip over there? Because I just hit R2 really quick. We got Derek Holland, Asensu Chu. All right. Astros Billy Wagner, 122, 125, 94, 125 clutch, 99 below, 85 control. These you guys can see that these cards were just OP. We got the Jeff Bagwell, 97, 125, 125, 87, 80. Still better than his face of the franchise card, possibly, especially versus like left-handed pitching. He's got some super stacked stats. Roy Oswalt didn't have that high of a card in this year's game. Doug Dre back playing catcher for some reason. There's that card again. This card seemed to be really popular when I posted him on Twitter the other day. Chris Carter with that power from both sides. I love that card. Let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Chipper Jones, 123, 125, 93, 119 power versus left, 94 vision. That's 74 fielding, 68 speed. Discovered by Rebel. Dude, there's so many. That's funny that he discovered them too. Yeah, this card's super stacked. This card's a lot like that one card that he has now also. Here's Eddie Matthews. Had that a lot of power versus left, but you guys, there was no like 99 Matthews in this game. We talked about Acuna too, like that future stars. Here's Fred McGriff. Brian McCann. Cepeda was still in this game. Impact Vetty. Chipper Jones. The Albies. Negro still in the game. Lowers here overall still in the game with that knuckleball. Warren Spahn. The Joe Torre. This might have been the first year of Joe Torre. I think it is that we had Joe Torre. They had this card was the bane of everyone's existence in events. because he was the knuckleball that you can use in events. We also didn't have the stamina, so you could use him every single events game. Some people would wait to bring him out until they saw the other person bring them out. Here's that Dale Murphy at catcher again, and also a Babe Ruth. All right, Giancarlo Stanton again. We saw this flashback recently. Hand Ram always seems to have one, and then there's Speedy Hand Ram. Actually, is he slow in that? No, he's speedy. He's a 91. D. Gordon. We got AJ Ramos. Is AJ Ramos still in the bigs? I don't remember seeing this card this year, but this card was big last year. What team is AJ? Why have I not seen this card? Just like in 20. Am I just not remembering? It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Rob Nin, we've seen this card come back. We've seen this Rob Nin come back. There's Mike Stanton again. Cabrera, Mike Dunn. The Trevor Hoffman. This is the first year of Trevor Hoffman in the game. Nationals, Vlad Guerrero, Immortal. Now, he was the collection reward for the entire collection this year. 107, 125, 90, 121, 101 Vision. He's also the reward now for this World Series. 99 arm, they gave him 71 fielding, 77 in reaction. He had 81 speed on this card as well. So this is by far the best Vlad we've ever had. You guys can see how Dawson, he took a downturn in this one. We have the Bryce Harper 103, 94, 112, 83. Kind of get this card every year now. The hardware Bryce Harper. Here's Gary Carter, a lot lower stats than it seems to have nowadays. Victor Robles, Gio Gonzalez Diamond, and Jordan Zimmerman. This card was down. Dean Desmond seems to find his way into the game every year. Michael Morse, remember Michael Morse? Holy shnikes. Juan Soto, that Bryce Harper seems to pop up a lot. Drew Storen, Espinoza, Craig Stammen. Tom Seaver, 99, 104, 95, 116, 116. Staple of the game, been in the game for a long time. 86, 93, 94. There's a Matt Harvey card. David Wright's still in the game, but you guys can see this card trended down over time, especially when it's like the same card art. It's probably like a different year that I'm not paying attention to and stuff like that. But there's David Wright, 90, 114, 64, 84. Mike Piazza, first year for Mike Piazza is in this game. He was a big legend to get in there at the time. Seem to see that Nolan Ryan card of the year. A gold David Wright. Look at that. Look at that, like on Team USA or something like that. This rookie card. Keith Hernandez. I think this is the first time that we got Keith Hernandez in the game. Richie Ashburn. This is his first year as well. An Alomar card. Duke Snyder, his first year as well. There's the typical Schmidt that we get. I'm not sure. They didn't boost up his power too much. Lenny Dykstra is in this game, the one year that he was in it. There's the Billy Wagner before we got the this is the Billy Wagner everyone had before we got the Immortal one that dropped. Richie Ashburn, Cole Hamill's definitely down. The Chewy card a little bit down. Jason Worth and Utley. Yeah, there you go. Ryan Sandberg, Immortal, 101, 125, 92, 117 power versus left, 92 vision, 91 fielding, 80 speed. This is by far the best Sandberg card of all time. Not even close. Here's Arrieta again. Solid. Billy Williams, this was his first year in the game. Fergie Jenkins. Suter, here's Ernie Banks too. Here's a 90 overall Sandberg. There's that Beast Schwarber card. Just like I don't know. Schwarber is always really, really good in MLB. Billy Williams again, the gold. Anybody else that we need to talk about? Not particularly. Joe Morgan, 108, 64, 92 power versus right. 42 power versus left, 110 vision, 92 fielding, 89 speed. Johnny Bench, still 99, 123 versus left-handed pitching. Very good, like, pinch hitter type of card to have. 92 fielding, 92 arm. He's seemingly gone down over the past couple of years, so he had, like, that little window, and he was, like, really, really good. Oops, I had the touchpad by it. Here's a Chapman. It's probably similar to that Chapman we have in the game now. 118, 122 with 113 clutch. Just like he didn't have like the sinker or anything like that he does now. Here's Barry Larkin, 92, 98, 78, 89, 97. We got Joey Votto, another Barry Larkin. Here's the Cueto again. Brandon Phillips, and Zach Cozart, Tom Seaver, King Griffey, Devin Mesoraco, Johnny Bench, Homer Bailey, Rafael Iglesias is a rookie, Scooter Gennett, the Reds, King Griffey Jr., and Chris Heisey, Tony Perez, Ryan Hannigan, Tony Cingrani too. Brewers got Robin Yount, 97, 117, only 70 and 56. So remember when that other Yount had like over 80 power, so that's kind of a lower one here. Braun, always see the Braun. He dipped in power tremendously. Rolly Fingers, staple. Robin Yount, still not as good in this one. The 87 Robin Yount. But I think that's his breakout. So Luke Croy. I think this is the game where Kevin just really started hating Luke Croy. It was this card, I'm pretty sure. He could not stand this card. What was his blocking? That doesn't say on there, but oh my god. Let's see. Ricky Weeks still going strong with the All-Star card. 77 Trevor Hoffman for the Brewers as an impact veteran. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good on the rest of these. Here's Ralph Kiner, 88, 102, 116. Always has those reverse splits. It seems like 96, 94. No fielding to be spoken of. I think this is the first year for Dave Parker. 105, 95, 77, 63. So he's got a little bit more power as time has gone on. McCutcheon. This is very similar to what we have in MLB The Show 20 with the power from both sides for Stargell. Mazeroski, I think this is his first year. Corey Dickerson, Mark Melanson, Garrett Cole. We got Perez. I think this Perez was really popular to use in like events just because he had the gold. And again, like I've talked about him a couple times in this video. Doc Ellis, bro. Tony Watson, Sean Rodriguez, I remember that card. Alvarez, always that BR GOAT. Tony Watson was really good back in the day too. We haven't talked very much about him, but he was a very solid reliever in this game, especially like in 16, 17. This is like a good card because he had that like sinker slider combo. He just got kind of a funky motion. Tough player to go against. The Immortals for the Cardinals, Bob Gibson, 109, 99, 89, 118 clutch, 125 stamina, 96 velo, 89 control, 99 break, 89 fielding, 90 bunt. First game for Bob Gibson as well. Sam the Man Musial, 125, 125, 90, 106, 125 vision, 75 fielding, 74 arms, 64 reaction, 53 speed, 39 stealing. Could we see a version? That's a lot of power versus left. That card usually doesn't have that much power versus left. I'm trying to think if this was Stan the Man's first foray into this game also. Albert Pujols, 109, 125, 113, 120, 110 vision. Probably you got Babe Ruth, but you also have Griffey, but this was like one of the more pure hitting cards in this entire game. Was this Albert Pujols. He could really, really mash in this game. Crazy hitting stats. Yadier Molina. Here's the Edmonds. Possible card for the player of the month for July, Matt Carpenter. It's either going to be him or Paxton. Ozzie Smith. Joe Torre, again, his first game. Let's see how much speed Ozzie Smith has. 87 speed. Hitting got a little bit better. A little. Joe Torre, everyone remembers the doubles missions. If you remember from back in the day, you're nodding your head right now. Before they made stuff, oh my god, the doubles missions. Albert Pujols, this is the first time we see this card go down. It was really high in the other two games. Adam Wainwright, Believe this is a starting pitcher, Adam Wainwright. He doesn't really have that great of stats, only the age 6 overall. Here's Lou Brock, David Freese at the 85. Eno Slaughter, his first game. We haven't seen anything about him in 20 yet. I wonder if they kept him. Lee Smith, his first game as well in 18. Anybody else? Troy Percival on the Cardinals. I don't remember him being on the Cardinals at all. That's cool. Yeah. There we go. D-backs. Luis Gonzalez. We always see what did he have? 114. So sometimes he gets that high power card, and sometimes there's this one, the one that doesn't have as much power. So like 2001 compared to 1999, obviously a huge jump must have happened in his stats. 86 Upton. AJ Pollock. I remember when AJ Pollock was going to be a beast. Now he's still not too bad. A part of the Dodgers now. Mark Reynolds, 97-88. Yeah, that's all they got. Rockies, Troy Tulowitzki, 85-105, 77-74. Really was. This is where his card started to trend down from the other ratings. You know, he was obviously better than the other ones. Carlos Gonzalez, still pretty much around the same thing. Matt Williams, like these were kind of like the staples of Colorado. Getting Larry Walker was great, really great. Machette's always there. Jimenez. Let's see, anybody else that I really want to talk about? I think we're good. And then the Charlie Blackmon with no beard is always fun to see. Nolan to a 91 in this one. Trevor Story up to a gold. Okay, let's go to the Dodgers now. Corey Seager as a diamond. Why did I hit triangle? Because it's Corey Seager. And I felt like hitting triangle. Come on. Corey Seager loading up. Just imagine if we hit triangle for all these. 90, 88, 69, 64, 68. It's like no one's hit this web page in like 2 years. Like the game is always kind of like a front for like the back end, web server. And it's like no one's retrieved this data in probably like 2 years. But I don't know what it is. The other games go fast. This one, it does not. But for the Dodgers, let me make sure we didn't skip anything. Dodgers Mike Piazza, first entry into the game. Everyone pretty much had him. I used Yogi Berra some just because like Mike's fielding 76-75 wasn't that good. You get kind of steal on him, but the power cannot be argued with. The 114, 125, 125 versus left 93. I mean, just amazing hitting. Super stacked. Here's Jackie Robinson, 110, 115, 62, 71, 121 vision, 84 fielding, 68 arm, 88 reaction, 95 speed, 91 stealing. Clayton Kershaw, 107, 101, 102, 110, 103. We are going to hit triangle because I want to see what pitches that he has. I really want to see that, to be completely honest with you. See what pitches that they gave them. I want to see really if he has like the sinker in this one. But 107, 101, they did. He had the 4-seam and the slider. 12-6, the changeup and the curve. Super stacked card. Super stacked card. Gagne with 120, 125, 123. This card was really expensive. Adrian Beltre, 107, 106, 80, 71 with 95 fielding, 94 arm strength. A very solid card. Duke Snyder, first card for Duke, 91, 95, 105 power, 84 power versus left, 81 vision, 73 fielding. There's the Jackie Robinson card that we're pretty familiar with. There's the Oral card, 114 stamina on that card. 94, 84, very solid there. Matt Kemp, 94, 104, 78, 99. Kind of like knocked him. This is kind of where he kind of went down a little bit compared to where he was in the past. Don's just like they really gave him a hit to 94 and 78, 78 especially on the power versus right. And plus he has 99 power versus left, but not like 125. Don Sutton. First appearance for him was decent in this game because this game, like the pitch speed is really slow, so it's tough to throw fastballs. He had like a lot of like curveballs and junk pitches. Big body Broxton still 106, 125, throwing gas. There's Jackie. Cody Bellinger with a nice card there. Pee Wee Reese. in the game here. Not a very good card. Russell Martin, again, kind of getting his throwback card. Sean Green getting his. Not like a ton of power. There's Steve Garvey again. Eric Karros. Oral at 85. Don Sutton, lower tier Duke Snyder. The Jackie Robinson card. The rookie, or a hardware card, I guess. Zach Greinke at 81. Matt Kemp. Adrian Beltre. 71 Clayton Kershaw. Dave Winfield. Was this Dave Winfield's last year? Was it 18? Because he keeps popping up. Tony Gwynn. Not a lot of power at all in this one. Trevor Hoppin's first year. Such a great card to have. Matt Latos again. Chase Headley. Roberto Alomar. Agon, but a lower tier one. That Chris Young, I'd love to see that card come back. Chris Gossage, this card's still in the game. The rookie Tony Gwynn we never really see anymore. An 80 Rolly Fingers and Andrew Kashner. Then we got Willie McCovey. See this card quite often. Juan Marshall at 92. Rob Nin, this is his first year also that we see the Rob Nin. 110, 113, 122. Gaylord Perry, Buster Posey, the Romo card, really popular. Will Clark's still in the game, but I don't think he's still in. I don't know if he's in 20. I don't think he is. Pablo Sandoval, I'm pretty sure this one can play catcher, but the thing is, he doesn't have the power. Only has like 65, 62. Obviously, he's been back in this year's game. Anybody else that we really want to talk about? I mean, we got Joe Santiago Casilla. That's a fun one to see. All right, let's talk about there's nothing too crazy with, like, you know, nothing crazy with, like, other than the Immortals. It was, I'll explain that like one more time, just because these videos are gonna be kind of like, I guess, like an archive of the game going forward. But basically, you could not get these cards until like July, but all these other programs, they built into them, so they would release missions kind of little by little for you to be able to do. So you do, for example, like you do like the Karros mission at first base, and then that would kind of like lead into you know, Frank Thomas's mission, and then eventually you could do a little bit of Albert Pujols' mission. That's how it went. And then stuff, when they do content drops, there'd be a couple more missions that you could do, and you had to do a lot of exchanging to get these cards. So it was and the other thing too is, once these cards did get released, like all of the other cards that got released are kind of null and void. So it really wasn't, I mean, once the thing too is, like, you had to play a lot of games versus rookie to get a lot of stats. Like, it was, the stat grinding was just, the offline stat grinding was bad. It was just, I think it's fair to say it was a misfire. It's been better lately. The content's been better lately by far. But once you did have these cards, I actually thought they were kind of fun to play with. But I spent more time playing against the computer than I did playing online. So it's like, I spent all this time playing against the computer, building up this team to never utilize it. It was like all this time was spent trying to get this team, but when you think about it, it doesn't make a lot of sense to spend all this time trying to get this team when they were going to be used for nothing. Does that make any sense? So the cut down on that has been nice. The dream mode that I'd like to see is a like March to October style with your Diamond Dynasty team in MLB The Show 20 or MLB The Show 21. But that would have been so much better to go after these. But I did start playing with these cards more about like January or February. Like, I took a little bit of time off, and I finally got to use them, bro. It's like there was so much work to get them done that, I don't know, it was rough. But that's MLB The Show 18, all the legends. Let's hop on MLB The Show 19. All right, so we're over on MLB The Show 19 now. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these legends. In MLB The Show 19, we had Cal Ripken Jr. 107 or 100, 107, 88, 90, 122 Vision. We had Eddie Murray, with 111, 102, 97, 89, 118. Brooks Robinson, 97, 105, 78, 79, 125. Jim Palmer as well, face of the franchise. Jim Palmer, 96, 85, 82, 92, 123 stamina. And this card made its way back as well. We had the Matt Wieters that we've seen in headliners this year. Much better Matt Wieters card this time around, though. Chris Davis with a ton of power. The Zach Britton, who was great. Eric Davis. This is the first game for Eric Davis. He made his way in this year. Now the face of the franchise for the Reds. Vlad Guerrero. Teddy Ballgame, 125, 123, 123, 100, 125. Teddy Ballgame going crazy there. Jimmy Fox, new to this year's game. Incredible, 123, 125, 114, 113, 111. Really looking forward to his card in MLB The Show 20. His first game for Cy Young, 88, 87, 109 on the BB per 9, 99, 125. Not too hyped for this card. He was okay. I'm just not a fan really of the, too many curveballs type of pitcher, 12-6, screwball. I really like the sinkers and the cutters. Wade Boggs, he was good in this game, 125, 115, 69, 66, 125 vision. Johnny Damon, 107, 103, 78, 70, 117 vision. There's a John Lester signature series card that we had as well in this game. Rafael Devers, here's the Jacoby Ellsbury card. Just didn't have the power that he does now, so they brought back his power. 87 Lefty Grove. For some reason I don't remember the 87 Lefty Grove. Teddy Ballgame, like I said, he trended down over time. There's the 85 Babe Ruth. There's Eckersley. Let's see, anybody else? There's a Michael Chavis card. Babe Ruth, 125 across the board, 111, 75 fielding, 76 arm strength, 64 speed. This card's always a beast card. Moments Extreme, Rich Gossage, 125 or 124, 125, 99 velo. Has the four seam, the sink, the slurve, and the changeup. 41 stamina. I worked my tail off to get this card. He was a beast. Lou Gehrig, first year for Lou Gehrig, 125, 119, 112. 106, 125. Player of the month, James Paxton. So he's actually been the player of the month twice in his history. Ron Guidry, 89, 104, 92, 86, 118. Robinson Cano, 116, 100, 91, 90, or 91, 80, 113 vision. The home run derby Robinson Cano is still like the best Robinson Cano, in my opinion. What does Glaber have? 108, 102 power. Solid. Jorge Posada, 98, 108, 97, 91, 91 vision. Let's see if we can view in the market. He was like 1 million subs. He was a BR reward. Hopefully we get a great Posada card this year as well. Aroldis Chapman, still the Aroldis Chapman we have now is the best one. This Gossage was used by a lot of people throughout the year until we got the other Gossage. 119 on both sides, the four seam, the slurve, the sinker, and the changeup. CC, I believe he was a World Series reward. Signature Series CC, Del Matanzas that we got now in the events currently. Dandy Don Mattingly, his first year. A Signature Series Whitey Ford as well from this year. The Zach Britton was cool. Postseason Zach Britton. Kind of replace the other one. Here's the Giambi. Giambi obviously way boosted up. The David Robertson as well. Now we got the Rays. We got David Price, 90, 101, 93, 84, 111 stamina, 99 velo. Here's Neville Longoria, SIG Series, 91, 98, 91, 94, 90. We got Aubrey Huff, 99, 95, 88, 76, 105. Then we got, I think it's pretty much, we got the Zobrist card. The Zobrist card just is at its peak right now. Jake McGee, obviously, he got boosted up this year as well. Nick Anderson card, that's pretty cool. I don't remember that card. He's got like the sinker and all kinds of stuff now. It's like a much better card than it was back then. Blue Jays, Roberto Alomar, 121 and 98, 74, 79, 120 vision. 93 fielding, 87 speed, very, very solid second baseman. Easily top 2 in my opinion. Josh Donaldson got his SIG series, 97, 102, 101, 115, 90. I believe he was in a program. Jose Batista, 88, 90, 106, 106, 93 vision. He was all right. Then we had Edwin Encarnacion. He actually got a SIG series, 91, 90, 104, 103, 90 vision. Joey Bats, a lot of people used this card last year at third base early on. I think it was the AL East Collection Reward. Then we got Sean Green still at 89. We got a much more boosted Joe Carter this year. And we got nobody really too much else of note, I guess. Anthony Alford, future star. Minnie Minoso in the XP reward section this year. 112, 116, 82, 76, 125. Chris Sale will love to get this card back. 114, 100, 117. Love to get this card back in MLB The Show 20. Frank Thomas, 111, 125, 107, 125, 108 vision. Just an absolute beast. Paul Konerko, face of the franchise, 96, 111, 100, 106, 105. He wasn't the face of the franchise in this game, but he is now in MLB The Show 20. Luis Aparicio, 88, 106, 54, 64. 125 vision, 99 speed, 97 fielding, 86 arm strength. A little bit better hitting stats for him for sure in this game, compared to, you know, years of the past. Nate Jones, interesting to see. There's Rich Gossage, Avisal Garcia, the good old Chris Sale card as well. Bob Feller, 100, 124, 63, 98, 123 stamina, 98 velocity, 85 control, 99 break. As the four seam, the 12-6, the slider, the changeup, and the sinker this time around. Andrew Miller, another Moments Extreme. This is like one of my favorite pitchers of all time. The signature series, Andrew Miller. 120, 125. The slider, the two seam, the changeup. Decent enough control as well. Corey Kluber, 113, 91, 103, 100. Sinker, cutter, curveball, four seam, and the changeup. Solid. Obviously everyone knows how good he is in this year's game. Omar Vizquel, 104, 91, 56, 56, 123 vision, 98 fielding, 88 arm strength, 95 reaction, 88 speed, 89 ceiling. He just can't quite get up that 99 fielding. Larry Doby, 113, 94, 104, 86, 103. Haven't seen Doby back in this year's game yet. I'm not sure if he's going to be. Or am I wrong about that? Let me know in the comment section below. Travis Hafner, 105, 86, 106. Don't know if he's coming back. Obviously didn't have the fielding. He was like one of the event rewards from last year. This card was amazing in this year's game. 113, 99, 53, 41, 91. A lot of people had this swing on their cap. Carlos Santana, Clevenger, a J-Ram, lower tier Bob Feller, Cliff Lee, yeah, that's pretty much it. Kerry Wood, impact veteran on the Indians. Justin Verlander, 95, 105, 88, 84, 114 stamina, 92 velo, 88 control, 99 break. Ty Cobb, was this the first game for Ty Cobb? I think it might have been. 125, 125, 81, 82, 125 vision, 88, 9 fielding with a 95 reaction. Huge speed, 88 speed with 99 ceiling. Al Kaline, 110, 119, 89, 93, 124 vision, 96 fielding, 93 arm strength, 64 speed. When he came into the game, a lot of people used him in like left field. I think Ty Cobb was a World Series reward as well. Justin Verlander in a program. Miguel Cabrera, 121, 123, 103 power, 101 power, 102 vision. So he got the contact, but he's never quite had the power as he had in the early on games. Curtis Granderson, 104, 76, 100 versus right, 91, 79 vision, 85, 79, 86, 83, 82. Jack Morris was in this game, 93, 93, 79, 84, 120. Haven't seen Jack Morris that I can remember in MLB The Show 20. Alan Trammell out of the XP reward path, 101, 114, 65, 71, 111 vision. There's this Miguel Cabrera, 101, 92, 102. 77, 82. Hal Newhouser, his first appearance in MLB The Show. And Hal didn't even get a SIG Series card, did he? So the one in MLB The Show is obviously higher rated than this one, 85, 101, 118 stamina. Didn't have the slider like he does now either. Curtis Granderson, again, Victor Reyes. Pudge Rodriguez, obviously this is Pudge's first year into the game. George Brett, 123, 104, 85, 77, 125 vision. Again, it's just never really gotten that power back that he had. He has more power in MLB The Show 20 than he did in this one. Zach Greinke, pretty popular card when he was available pretty early, 188, 97. So he was kind of a card that a lot of people use early in the game. Wade Davis, 118, 116, with a four-seam, a cutter, a sinker, and a changeup. I love this card. You got him from the Moments Extreme. Alex Gordon. Nobody discovered this card, but I honestly feel like I did discover this card. I went like, I don't know, like 13-1 or something to make the World Series like really fast when he was like one of the rewards. Picked him up and sold him for a lot. So Alex Gordon, 91, 82, 78, 76, 79. He kind of reemerged in this game as a card. Not like a great card or anything like that. Pretty accurate card for like an Alex Gordon type of card. Greg Holland, 104, 115. Four-seam slider and a splitter. I think he was like in maybe like a pennant race pack. Brett Saberhagen, just never really been as good as he was in like MLB 17 or 18. Jorge Soler, lots of power. A throwback Kane card. Johnny Damon, throwback Hosmer card as well. The Twins, Walter Johnson, his first appearance, 125, 97. 118, 97, 99, 119 clutch, 99 below, 99 break, four-seam sinker, the curveball, and the changeup. The problem is no slider, and the problem is his windup is just takes forever. Killebrew with 117, 120. He's got more power this year than he had in this card. Rod Carew, 125, 119, 65, 61, 123 vision. Kind of similar to his card now. Bert Blyleven, which we haven't seen back in the game. This is kind of a popular pitcher early on as well. The curveball, the 4-seam, the 12-6, the changeup, the 2-seam. Torrey Hunter, his first year in the game, 95, 102, 84, 89, 97. Here are some of the other cards that were a part of the Twins. You can see that Dozier card that was popular. Nolan Ryan, 109, 125, 53, 97, 118, stamina, 99 below, 99 break. This card was in the XP reward pass, so it was a popular one to use. Mike Trout later on in the programs. This is kind of like what Mike Trout generally is more like these days. 120, 109, 117, 104, 86. The diamond filling and the 94 speed, so a lot more power. We've seen this card trend to have, and it has the speed also. Garrett Anderson, his first year, 111, 109, 81, 77, 111 vision, lower fielding, lower speed. Troy Percival, Vlad Guerrero didn't get too much of a boosted card. Actually, he did. It's on the Nationals though. 101, 105, 72, 111. More. I mean, to be more honest, it was more so on the Expos, but technically the Nationals. 6 series were Bartolo, 109, 78, 81, 92. Sinker, four-seam, curveball, slider, and the changeup. Another Ohtani, an Andrew Heaney, a Nolan Ryan, a Garrett Richards, Troy Percival, Santana, Edens as always, Kendrys Morales, Diaz, Cam Dozier, Lee Smith. Reggie Jackson, 99, 89, 109, 101. This card, I think this card was like really expensive. It is. I would think it was a BR reward. I'm not sure why it was so expensive compared to other cards in the game. It's just really rare. Lefty Grove made his debut, 94, 109, 88, 99, 125 stamina. Really remember being hyped about this card to only find out that I really did not like his motion. Ricky Henderson, and he just got a recent program. Ricky Henderson's first year in the game, 101, 108, 76, 86, 112, 86 fielding, 99 speed. Dennis Eckersley, the slider, the sinker, the four-seam, and the curveball, 106, 113. Pretty decent control as always for Dennis. Roley, 109, 114, 37 stamina, the sinker, the slider, the fork. Staple card. He's got the Cy Young card, obviously, now. Catfish, 120, 96, 82, 91, 81. Then the 92 break. Jason Giambi, lots of power as always, especially versus right, but not so much versus left. Jimmy Fox, this one actually had the secondary of catcher. And the other one that we saw, I really hope that he has a secondary of catcher also. That would be fantastic. Just because, you know, that card for the Yankees, as I scroll, or the card for the Red Sox, I believe he's on the Red Sox. This card with the catcher would be insane. A 71 speed catcher with all those hitting stats, and he just has like a great swing. I don't know how to explain it other than he has a fantastic swing. So I'm really looking forward to that card in this year's game. He will be back. Who else do we need to? There's the Vita Blue, another Ty Cobb, another Reggie Jackson that we've seen a couple times. A lower tier Ricky Henderson that you got out of the XP reward path. Let's see. A Martinez 85. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lower tier Jimmy Fox for you as well. Just not a lot of power on that card. Got the Mariners now. Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro's last appearance. He won't be in MLB The Show 20 because he just retired. Excuse me 1 second while I get a drink of water. My voice is just... This has been a long recording for my voice, so just give me 1 second while I take a drink here. Excuse me. 116, 125, 66, 64, 124 vision, 96 fielding, 99 arm, 94 reaction, 90 speed, 99 stealing. Good card. This game had a lot more contact base at the beginning of it. It was tough to hit home runs. They loosened up on that towards the end of it. It was much easier to hit home runs. Here's Sig Griffey, 110, 100, 114, 109, 105 vision, 96 fielding, 94 arm strength, 95 reaction, 84 speed, 80. Not as good as the immortal Ken Griffey Jr., but not bad either. There's Edgar right there, 98. Overall 6 series, Edgar, 118, 125, 93, 95, 109 vision. Not great speed or fielding, but that's not what he was known for, obviously. King Felix, extremely expensive card. Was a BR reward, 12 and no. 90, 96, 88, 87, 114 stamina, 99 velo, 90 control, 96 break. We got Jay Buhner, signature series card, 83, 95, 105, 114. And Edwin Diaz. The Ichiro that most people know. This card was used a lot, especially at the beginning of this game. Brett Boone was in this game as well. I don't think he's back in MLB The Show 20, but he was the first World Series reward. It was like Dandy Don, Rich Gossage, and Brett Boone. Or actually, it was like Dandy Don might have been the next one, because I think it was like Andrew Jones, Brett Boone, and Rich Gossage in the first one. Ken Griffey Jr., the 88 version. Felix Hernandez, the Jay Buhner. Here are the other cards for the Mariners. Now we got Pudge Rodriguez, his first year in the game. 110, 119, 84, 85, 113 vision, 96 fielding, 99 arm strength, 72 speed. Not a lot of people, like, some people like this card a lot. Some people did not like this card a lot because he didn't have like a lot of power at 84, 85. I personally like this card a lot. I actually hit really well with him. I liked his defense. Just try to hit the gaps with him. Nelson Cruz, 94, 104, 106, 111, 82 vision. Michael Young was one of the first big signature series cards that dropped at 112, 119, 76, 76, 112 vision. Remember being real hyped for him at the time because we needed a shortstop, but then at the same time, like, he just didn't have like a lot of power either. So like, remember being hyped for him and then it dropping off extremely quickly. But he is the face of the franchise now for the Rangers in MLB The Show 20. Here's a good Kinsler card as far as, 90, 106, 80, 85, 106. Joey Gallo, his home run derby card, lots of pop. There's the old Yu Darvish card. Will Clark was still in this game, huh? And there's some more Rangers for you. Astros, Billy Wagner, 99 overall, absolute staple. Looks a lot like his immortal card. 122, 125, 85, 91, 99 velo, 99 break, 82 control, 91 or 85 BB per 9. I think I just said that again. 122, 125, four seam slider, curveball, and the changeup. Look at this Bregman card though. Look at that. 98, 125, 108, 125 with gold fielding. The finest, and these are. It's crazy because third, first, shortstop, left. And the card was nuts. This card was actually really, really good too. This Garrett Cole, like 125, throws gas. Here's Jeff Bagwell's card, 109, 125, 106, 108, 111, or 101. Never really seen that 125 again. Face of the franchise for the Astros. What's this card look like? Not as good as the one. Roy Oswalt, 111, 83, 89, 98. We got Mike Scott again. Another Roy Oswalt card. And there you go for your legends for the Astros. Andrew Jones, signature series dropped really late in the game. 91, 93, 106, 107, 98 fielding, 87 arm strength, 82 speed. Chipper, 116, 116, 105, 93, 112. Didn't have like the crazy power that we've seen in the past from some chipper cards, but still a good card nonetheless. Really good card nonetheless. Craig Kimbrell, Eddie Matthews, 99. Pretty similar to the World Series or where we have now, 106. I think it has 116 power now, 86, 96, 107 vision. The gold fielding, 54 speed. Dale Murphy, signature series, 92, 108, 98, 103, 96, 90 fielding, 98 arm strength, 74 speed. Not too bad. Freddie Freeman got a SIG series. Brian McCann, Joe Torre. This was like one of the first cards that got dropped. He was like a good catcher for like the first month. There's the other Eddie Matthews, kind of like what we more traditionally see from Ed Matthews now. This was the World Series reward from the first World Series, Andrew Jones. This is Andrew Jones' first game too. There's Warren Spahn. There is Dale Murphy. And here are some of the other legends. Impact veteran Chipper Jones. That's where the 2008 swing comes from. You guys can see the 2008 card right there. Fred McGriff, Brian McCann. There are the rest of this Johnny Venters card was beast too. Giancarlo got his series, 89, 107, 112, 125 power. Hand Ram, 102, 107, 86, 89, 92 vision, 91 speed, 92 ceiling. Cliff Floyd, 99, 95, 98, 86, 96 vision. AJ Burnett got the 88, 100, 73, 85, 111 stamina, 96 velo, 98 break. Oh my goodness, man. My voice is just going fast, guys. I'm trying to power through this. Let me take another drink of water. I'm just absolutely trying to power through this the best that I can. Oh my goodness. Excuse me for that. D. Gordon, Caleb Smith. This D. Gordon card got really expensive for the Honus Wagner collection. And here are the rest. There's that Hanley. You know, always the speedy Hanley card. There's the AJ Ramos card. I was wondering what the hell is happening to AJ Ramos. Really deceptive motion. There's the Vlad Guerrero, 117, 120, 100, 105, 116 vision. 70 fielding, 81 speed. You got him from, it was like I think it was like Moments Extreme or something like that you got him from. Andre Dawson. Again, never seen like, 125 power or anything like that. It's solid overall card though. Gary Carter, 93, 102, 90, 94, 120. He was at the top of like, we had the Ducks on the Pond packs. We had like signature packs last year. He was like one of the top cards, the top elite tier in that. Here's the Bryce Harper card, 103, 94, 112, 83 power versus left, only 59 vision though. Ryan Zimmerman has one as well, 94, 115, 87, 88, 90 vision. I think that's pretty much all the notables for the Astros. Some like, we always see this Tanner Roark card come back. We always see the Bryce Harper one come back. This is also the first game for Moments. So here we have SIG Series Piazza, 116, 125, 109, 115. Never got back like the 125 power versus left. 111 vision. The fielding still 76, 74 with the arm strength, 45 speed. Tom Seaver, always a staple, 98, 104, 88, 91, 123. He will definitely be back in MLB The Show 20 this year. Keith Hernandez, 114, 110, 70, 69, 117 vision. Jose Reyes, 102, 109, 66, 70, 116. So very solid there. Matt Harvey, the Dark Knight card is back. The Daniel Murphy card, A lot of people like Daniel Murphy, MLB The Show 20. Lower tier, Seaver. They had like a lower tier pack where you get some diamonds out of the XP reward path. Jose Reyes, a lower tier Mike Piazza. I think he's the collection reward for the Mets in this game. I'm not positive on that. Keith Hernandez again, the Nolan Ryan card that we see often. This Pete Alonso was Pete Alonso got a lot of cards last year, but this is like one of the first. I think this is the first diamond card that he got. Let's see. The Phillies, Mike Schmidt, 93, 113, 112, 117, 94 vision, face of the franchise. Richie Ashburn got one, 119, 116, 58, 57, 125. I'm not sure if Richie Ashburn is back in the game this year. Here's the Cole Hamels card. That's kind of similar to the Cole Hamels that we have now. And circle 4-seam cutters, SCV in the 2-seam. Cliff Lee, which was Shelfie's moments. Brad Miller, lots of pop on that card. We're going to search through these. A lower tier Smitty, lower tier Ashburn. There we go on those. Cubs, Ernie Banks, 101, 104, 104, 107, 118. So he's definitely gotten some of his stats back. Here's Sandberg at 104, 113, 86, 83, 114. Billy Williams, 109, 110, and 99, 88, 122. I'm not sure if Billy Williams is back in the game. Fergie Jenkins, not sure if Fergie's back in the game either. 90, 95, 100, 82, 121. Is Fergie back in the game? Our first year for Kerry Wood, 100, 118, 54, 101. A lot of people like this card now. He's the face of the franchise for the Cubs. Pretty similar card to what he is in MLB The Show 20. Lee Smith. This card will be really good whenever they release a boosted Lee Smith. 91-20. He's like imposing at 6'6". It's tough to pick up the ball. As the 4-seam, the slider, the cutter, and the forkball. Pretty decent control as well. He'll be a good pitcher when they release him. Suter can be a really dangerous pitcher to go against too. He's always kind of tricky. 103, 116, pretty good. There's the Arrieta. There's the Ernie Banks as well. One of the better shortstops in the game for like a 93. There's a lower tier Sandberg. There's the Schwarbaum. Let's see. That's pretty much. There's a Starlin Castro, which is cool. And yeah, let's go ahead to the Reds here. Johnny Bench, 97, 101, 98, 106. Never has gotten up to like 125 power versus left, 109 vision, 95 fielding, 95 arm strength, 80 reaction, 44 speed. Barry Larkin, 111, 114, 73 power versus right, but only 88 power versus left, 124 vision, 87 fielding, 88 speed, 99 stealing. His prestige is like a lot better this year. Joe Morgan, this is probably the best Joe Morgan card ever. 101, 98, 85, 72, 124 vision, 92 fielding, 86 reaction, 94 speed, and 99 stealing. Joey Votto, it's all problem discovered him. Joey Votto, 117, 107, 100, 92, 92. Maybe we'll see some kind of flashback Joey Votto at some point. King Griffey Jr., 114, 106, 74, 65, 118 vision. Johnny Bench, a lower tier Johnny Bench, also has like 110 power versus left. This one only has like 106. So maybe we'll see some sort of like more boost at Johnny Bench. We already have seen one in this year's game. But maybe we'll see like a crazy one because it's been a while. 103, 111, 89, 80, or 92. Tony Perez, Eric Davis, first year in the game, BR reward. I wonder if he went down in price. Used to be really expensive. Now is like a little bit more tier. Face of the franchise. Here's what he looked like last year: 70, 104, 80, 125. Only 49 vision. Lower tier speed, less speed, less fielding, less power versus left for sure, and more vision. So he's more of a complete player now. But this is only a 94. That one's obviously a 99. Adam Dunn had a 6 series. Here's Rob Dibble, forcing him the slider and the cutter. He was good back then. He's even better now. Arguably the best relief pitcher in the game right now. An 89 Griffey, the Cueto, pretty similar to the Cueto in the pennant pack. Except for, does he not have a sinker? Another one does. I'm not sure. Dave Parker in the game as well. Here are some of the other ones that were in MLB The Show 19. Here's Robin Yount, 107, 108, 76, 74, 121, 89 fielding, 76 speed. How does that compare? He can play a lot of secondaries too. How does that compare to his card now? 114, 125, 73, 78, 123 vision for Paul Molitor. 88 speed on this card too. Silver fielding. Kind of an interesting one. Brian Braun, 104, 120, 94, 108, 95 vision. Lower fielding, 74 speed. Paul Molitor again, 116, 99, 62, 45, 87, 70, 82 speed. Rolly Fingers as well. The 89 version. I think that was like the Team Affinity for the Team Affinity was a little bit different in this game. It was definitely easier to go after in this game. And then we got the old Braun, 125, 114. Pretty stable across the board. Here's Lucroy again, the nemesis of Kevin. And yeah, there's the rest of the cards for the Brewers. Ralph Kiner, 104, 98, 124, 102, 115, 125. Had the reverse splits, was in the XP reward path. Honus Wagner, 123, 125, 88, 89, 125 vision, 91, 90, 96 speed, 87 reaction. This is like one of the best fielding shortstops I've ever used. The 91, 90 with the 96 speed, he just felt amazing. Perfect leadoff hitter too. I'd say a player that reminds me of him is like the Prestige Craig Biggio. Except for this card had even more power. And this card's kind of like what makes this game famous. We'll talk about that here in a second. But he had a second tier. There's like the live series collection, and there was a second tier collection to get him where you had to collect all the cards. So there's definitely a chance that we're going to have another collection like that. And we'll talk about that here in a second. Dave Parker, 112, 104, 88, 85, 110 vision. Pretty well balanced card. Honestly. Andrew McCutchen, 98, 99, 114, 83, 95, 92 vision, 88 speed. Willie Stargell, lots more power actually. 111, 89, 105. Gets a little bit of a dip, but it's a left field version. Gets a little bit of a dip in power versus lefties, but had a lot more power versus righties. Jason Kendall as well. Actually, this Ralph Kiner was the one that was in the XP reward path. That's my bad. Here's Jason Kendall as well to face of the franchise. A little bit better this year than last. Oliver Perez as well. And there are your Pirates cards. Bob Gibson was in a program. 125, 102, 112. Four seam, slider, sinker, change up, and a curveball. He's an okay pitcher. You'd think like he'd be amazing with 102, 112, 125. Seems like he's got good control, but his motion's a little funky. He's not bad. Here's Stan the Man Musial. You know, if he's going to be in the program, kind of expect him to be something like this in the 6-inning program. 125, 125, 96, 91, 125 vision, 76 fielding, 53 speed. A little bit slow for an outfielder, but great hitter. Doesn't have a bad swing. This Pujols can mash like always. 115, 116, 110, 113, 122 vision, 86 fielding at first, 58 speed. Very, very, very good hitter. Rogers Hornsby, first year for Hornsby. 125, 125, 94, 99, 125 vision. Very, very solid card. His defense was not that great, but you can move him around. Second, third, shortstop. He played every single position for me throughout the year. You could argue that Alomar was better because of the defense, but by the end of the year when power came back, he was so good. Has a great swing also. Here's Jim Edmonds, 112, 91. And yeah, when this card comes out, it's going to be great. I apologize, guys. I'm having to take a lot of breaks. We're going through every single game. We're almost done with the National League. 112, 91, 111, 92 for Jim Edmonds. Gomes discovered him too, man. That's awesome. Yadier Molina, 101, 98, 69, 74, 114 vision. We got Ozzie Smith, 96, 93, 46, 62. By far the best he's ever had hitting wise. 125 vision, 99 fielding, 99 reaction, 92 speed. He was a pretty cool card. Slaughter, 115, 113, 75, 72, 125 vision. I don't know if he's going to be back. Lou Brock is going to be back. He's definitely going to be back because he's the face of the franchise. For the Cardinals, a Matty Carpenter card, 104, 91, 89, 90, or 84, 94 vision. And Adam Wainwright, very popular card. Looking forward to this card coming back. Just because he's got the sinker, the curveball, the cutter, good motion. These are a really good card to have. And here are some of your other Cardinals legends, especially like Rick Ankiel. I wonder if Rick Ankiel is coming back because he could actually hit also. Four-seam curveball, sinker, and the slider and the changeup. He couldn't pitch very well. That was kind of the problem. He has good pitches, but he just like it was really difficult to control him. So here are some of your other Cardinals legends. Now we got the D-backs. Paul Goldschmidt, 99 overall, 102, 119, 95, 107, 78 vision, 89 fielding, 64 speed, 66 stealing. Steve Finley, 97, 87, 86, 79, 107, 91 fielding. Luis Gonzalez here, pretty good. Just not the crazy power Luis Gonzalez that we see sometimes. Justin Upton also really was so good for the D-backs back in the day. Steve Finley, kind of a mid-tier Steve Finley. AJ Pollock. Matty Williams. This was the first game for Matt Williams as well. Justin Upton. Again. Mark Reynolds, he always gets his card. Also. And now the Rockies. Sig Series, Troy Tulowitzki. Not a lot of power on this card. So his power just kind of like went down over time. Cargo as well. It's kind of the staple. These three guys have always kind of been the staple of the Rockies in this regard. Dante Bichette. I'm so glad we got Larry Walker to just be a part of this. There is the old Holiday card as well. Just toned down a little bit. Dodgers, Duke Snyder, 115, 93, 110, 83, 108 vision. Jackie Robinson, 119, 122, 80. This is like I think this is pretty much the same Jackie Robinson that you get from the XP reward path for Jackie Robinson. His program, I should say, in 20. This card is the Corey Kluber of MLB The Show 20. This Clayton Kershaw is like the Corey Kluber of MLB The Show 19, I should say. Got him out of the XP reward path early. Everybody used him. He was extremely, extremely dominant. Pretty much the immortal Clayton Kershaw card that we saw from 18. Really looking forward to this card coming back in MLB The Show 20. Kenley Jansen, 121, 125. This would be another great card to have back in 20. The cutter, the sinker, the changeup. We'd be amiss if we didn't talk about this card because it's one of the best of all time. The Cody Bellinger, 116, 98, 119, 125, 112. 88 fielding, 83 speed. Just an absolute beast of a card. One of the best of all time. And we'll do a video on the best cards of all time. But at some point, this Gagne, incredible four-seam Vulcan, the curveball, the slider, and the splitter, 118, 125. One of the best relief pitchers in this game. One of the best of all time. Here's a Sean Green as well, 111, 86. Oh, there's Pee Wee Reese also. Nothing too crazy here for Pee Wee Reese. There's Sean Green. There's Russell Martin. Here's a player of the month, Cody Bellinger. So he's had it happen a couple times. Matt Kemp, Oral Hershiser, one of the best pitchers in this game, despite the per nines. He was great. Now he's the face of the franchise. Don Sutton. I'm not sure if Don Sutton's back in this game. Tommy John. I'm not sure if Tommy John's coming back in 20 either. Yeah, so those are the rest. There's Steve Garvey. I don't think Garvey's coming back. I could be wrong about that. Now we got the Padres. Adrian Gonzalez. Got him from Moments Extreme. Tony Gwynn, one of the best cards of MLB The Show 19, especially early on when contact was the meta. He'd really like connect with the ball in this game and it would go nowhere. So in 18, the ball was flying out like crazy. And then in 19, the ball was going nowhere until later on in the game when I felt like the ball was carrying. Once we got like a lot more guys that had like 125 power, that kind of stuff. Trevor Hoffman, 110, 120. Absolute beast. Got him out of the XP reward path. Great card. Kind of a boosted version from the 89 overall in MLB The Show 18. So there are the rest of the Padres. And our last team is the Giants. Buster Posey was 107, 119, 74, 87. So not quite as much power as he has in MLB The Show 20. Willie Mays was the collection reward, and was he an amazing card. Him and Mantle, I can't wait to get Willie Mays back into my outfield. 114, 117, 106, 118, 116 vision, 98 fielding, excuse me, 92 speed, 95 arm. Put him in left. Put even maybe you put Larry Walker in left, the Prestige Larry Walker, or Prestige Griffey, or whatever. Willie Mays, Mantle, and probably Willie Mays, Mantle, and Ruth, though, will be an incredible outfield, to be honest with you. That'll probably be your best bet. Even, I don't know, like Larry Walker's a beast, though, too. Here's the McCovey, 103, 89, 116, 99, 99. Christy Mathewson, I don't know. He's just not very good. He did have a sinker, at least, in this one, but the screwball is just, it seems like it'd be a sexy pitch, but it's just not. It sucks. The 12, screwball and 12-6, just, well, I'd like the 12-6 curveball if I'm going to have a curveball, because it's the least straightened up and down, but they're not good pitches in MLB The Show. They just really aren't. Change-ups, sinkers, and cutters are good pitches, and really good fastballs. Matt Williams, first year for him, face of the franchise for the D-backs now. Monty Irvin, I'm not sure if he's coming back to the game this year. 109, 100, 93, 75, 125 vision. Madison Bumgarner, one of the better pitchers, honestly, in this game. Had some decent hitting, too. Like, I definitely hit some home runs with him. I don't know if it'll show me my hitting stats with him. I'm not sure if that's even possible. But yeah, I definitely hit some home runs with this card. He was pretty good. He could be a problem, especially with that cutter in on your hands. He just kind of like, I don't know, he could, without having a lot of power in the game, he was actually pretty good for a long time. Juan Marichal there, good old Juan Marichal. There's a Christie, Rob Nin, 103, 124. Pretty good card in this game. Let's see, who else do we want to talk about? Sergio Romo. This is the one I keep referring to. Slider, four seam, sinker, cutter, and a changeup. Solid relief pitcher. Be great if we got this one back. He really went up in price too over time. Now we got this is like the Conquest Willie Mays. And I think, does this Pablo play catcher? Yes, he can. So we had the Pablo back, but he doesn't have the power like he does now. So they upped the power a little bit on the one they have now. But here are the rest of the Giants. So those are all the legends from the game. I think at this point I'm going to stop the video just because if we go to MLB The Show 20, like we can see who's in MLB The Show 20 now. So at this point I'm going to stop the video. But this is hopefully a history lesson for you guys on who all the legends have been. If you played the game for a long time, like all these players have been in your mind to think about. And if you just started playing the game, now you have that same knowledge as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this game, or watching this video. I apologize for the pauses at times. My voice is just completely giving out after recording this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.